Make our love tender, oh, tender, oh. My love they eternally. I love you for eternity. Oh, my love they eternally. I love you for eternity.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Good night.
Good night. Welcome to the No Filter Podcast. This is episode 81. My name is Mr. No Filter, aka Taj LaRock. If I work for you, what the fuck is going on?
What's going on, everybody? This is aka Mr. Waistline. Good night, A1. Hope everybody's having a blessed evening.
Hello. We can't hear you. I heard that. It was a low fuck.
Okay.
We need a high fuck.
All right. I think can you guys hear me now? I should be good
now. That's the kind of fuck we're looking for. Not that fuck. That's the right fuck.
Oh, okay. All right. Hi, Mrs. Homegirl Lou. Mrs. No Filter. Good night, everyone. Geronimo.
Oh, sorry. I was listening to whoever's news that is. I was, catching up.
Got you covered.
No, I'm just playing. Good night, everybody. It's DJ Geronimo in the house. Glad to see everybody in here so early. Sorry for the delay. I got a little excited and kept going. So I put it back to Mr. No Filter and let's get it started.
All right, well, let's get it started then. First of all, how was your week, Mr. Waistline? We can't hear you.
Sorry, I had my phone on mute. This week's it wasn't too bad. I thought I was getting a little sick with the flu. Allergy season's been real challenging. I don't know if anybody suffered from allergies. So my tonsils were real swollen earlier. Mrs. Waistline, she basically had some remedies from back in the island. Tastes like crap, but it helped work. Honey and lime and all that other good crap. So
put honey, lime, and rum. You put some rum in it.
We didn't have rum. So unfortunately, rum is out of the house right now. So
that shit tastes good to me though.
Yeah, but so with that being said, now feeling better. So it's really just getting back in health. Work-wise, just been real busy. I mean, pretty much still trying to keep on top. Still leading the state of Florida as far as production is concerned. So, with that being said, trying to move up the ranks, got a couple more states. So end of the goal is try to, be in a better position than where I'm at right now. So besides that, just glad to be above ground.
No doubt. Homegirl Lou.
Sir.
What's going on in your world?
Few things, just here, just chilling. Fuck work. Let me. Fuck I am getting there. I am truly getting there. Almost at my wit's end with this place, but you know what? Whatever. It pays my bills, so I can't be that mad, right? Oh, wait, hold on. I got something for you guys. Sorry.
Hope it's a drink.
No. My partner in crime is back.
You got a dog?
Sugar.
That's Sugar. That's the same dog from before.
Oh, I thought she was bringing the goat, some curry goat.
You know what? Stop it. But no, Sugar's back. She's back from her vacation, so.
Oh,
Sugar moved out but came back. Sugar moved out.
No. Sugar was on vacation. So.
Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
Andre said that's a house goat.
You know what? Well, this goat only likes to sleep and she's super overprotective. when I walk her. So yeah, the other goat, yeah, no.
Who's that?
I wish I
Whatever,
knew who
guys.
just did that. They were good at it.
That was
Shit.
Becky.
That was
Oh,
awesome.
makes sense.
It was not Becky.
Uh-huh.
That's
Oh,
my
sorry, it was
secret.
Becky on. But yeah, aside from that, everything's straight. I'm drinking Appleton tonight. Okay. Yeah, and I'm hot, I'm tired, and I'm just here. Yay. Okay, that's all I got. I got shit.
Join it cools you off.
Yeah.
I was joking.
Geronimo.
DJ Geronimo.
Yeah, I'm exhausted, man. It's been a long week. I'm tired. Been busy. I've been working late. I have not opened my laptop since last week, Thursday night around this time. So
Wow.
that does not make
Wow.
me happy because that means that I didn't get a chance to really prepare. But nonetheless, music is music and you can always play it, right?
Amen to that.
But yeah, I'm just really tired and I'm hoping this weekend to get some rest.
You ain't getting no rest this weekend, bruh.
Yeah,
You and I
apparently
both
not.
know that.
Yeah. It's all good.
So, yeah.
Oh, to add on, so I got a new hobby. Well, it's another hobby. So basically, I'm building a another four-wheel drive vehicle. So be tuned to summertime. It'll be pretty dope. So DJ Geronimo, once he's free, I'll definitely be having him to do the body work and paint job. So pretty excited about that.
No doubt. Hey, real quick, for all you motherfuckers who are scared to carry guns and can't protect yourself, right? We got USS agency in the building real quick. So if you need any security needs, I mean, we do real estate. We can't hear
Absolutely, all day, every day.
you. There you go.
Yeah.
In case y'all don't know who your motherfucking Rock is.
That's right.
Now,
Get yourself, get yourself carrying.
yeah, that's right. She'll take care of that for you too. We can set up your class and everything. You know what I mean? I advise you to bring your own gun, but if you don't, we'll take care of you. You know, make it happen.
Always. Whose permit is pending?
Andre, this is how you can get your permit through her. What you
Andre,
saying?
Andre, are you here in Florida?
No, boy, Andre, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
You know Andre,
Okay.
you know Andre, but we don't call him names. I'll tell you on this side.
Okay, tell me on this side, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Up Federation Drive there, you check?
Pass Goodwill.
Yeah, going up. You know where? You know. All right. Anyway, just real quick, my week was regular. Nothing really to talk about. Fucked around in the job and out. I say we take a shot and get this rolling. Anybody with me? I mean,
So just to let
I'm gonna take this shot, but then I'm gonna go get my glasses because I'm getting a headache just trying to stare at the screen.
So just to let you know, I won't be doing a lot of shots because this is a 25-year-old bottle and I can definitely feel it. So I'll just be honest.
That sounds like a half shot every once in a while. Cause
Taking
Right.
shot.
that shit's older than my kids. Cheers.
All right, and I just want to say big up to the man Mike P. We got Brian in the house. We got Captain Sylvia. I don't know who Randy is, but welcome if you haven't been here before. Lady M, Miss Sweeney, Andre, you like a damn host.
Yes, big up.
I'll be back.
That shot had an adult effect on me. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's one of those drinks. I'm already
You're drinking
hearing-
wine tonight. No
got-
shot
You
for
drinking?
me tonight.
You drinking wine tonight?
I'm drinking wine tonight.
But how many
Yeah.
bottles are you planning on drinking?
I'm actually just planning on one bottle tonight. One.
Planning. That means
Planning.
two.
I am behaving myself tonight.
How big is the bottle? Is it the
A
big
regular bottle? Josh, how big is the
Ah.
bottle?
I mean,
How big
Yeah.
is the thing? How big is the thing?
You see, I'll have one bottle, but two of the other situation. So after
Oh,
we have
keep in mind, she just asked a guy's name. What size is the?
Tell y'all
Boy.
something. I'm about to do 40-year-old things in a second.
And every once in a while, I'm able to do what Jerome does, and that's my sibling. Y'all ready to get this rolling?
I already got the topic typed in already. Whenever you're ready.
Babe.
You want to run with it?
Babe.
Or you want me to take it?
Take it. I'll get the next one.
Cool. Is it more important to be financially happy with your mate or sexually happy? Can you have happiness without one over the other?
Repeat. One more time.
Got you. Is it more important to be financially happy with your partner or sexually happy? And do you think you can have happiness without one or the other?
And we
Don't
typed
mute
it in the,
yourself now.
and we typed it in the group chat as well.
I'm unmuting.
And it's also in the chat, so if you need to go back and read it. I'll be honest. In the world that we live in, not everybody got money, big money. I can be financially, shit don't have to be right. We can work through it. I don't think that finances is in a relationship is the ultimate thing to make me happy, but it helps a whole lot. But if you got all the money in the world, you're not sexually happy, that shit will not work. If you're having the most amazing sex in the world, but the money ain't right, y'all will still figure it out. That's why all of us are here. Coming from the time where we came from. A lot of y'all got a lot of brothers. If you got more than 3 brothers and sisters, that's why you're here. Because your parents was fucking regardless of a tough situation. Just it is what it is. That's my take on it. Mia Rock, you want some of this? Or you want to think a little longer?
Well, so this is what I think. I think that what makes men happy and what makes women happy is 2 different things. I think women are happy with financial stability, personally. I don't necessarily men go into a situation saying, you know what, I need you to have this X amount of dollars, or I need you to be making, this amount of money. That's just what I personally think. So I think for men, it's more sex. And I think for women, it's more financial stability. But that's just my opinion. Opinions are like assholes, and everybody has one.
The whole point is for you to come and give your opinion and then be.
That is just my opinion.
Honestly, your opinion. In my opinion, I'm like, all right, done. Y'all have a good night. That's pretty much right. Think about it, because we've talked about this a few times on the show. Men want sex, women want money.
No, not to say women don't want sex too.
No, yes. But y'all want good money over good sex.
So this is the thing. You find that when people feel safe, that's when they are most vulnerable. If you want me to feel safe, I, as a woman, not to say I don't have my own goals, I don't have my own degrees, I don't have all my own business stuff, my own things happening, but for me to feel safe, I need to know that you can provide for me and my kids. Like, when I say me and my kids, I have 3 kids, so I need to know that you can provide. And if I have to sit down and think about the finance side of stuff, then I'm not going to be in a space where I want to be too sexual all the time. Now, if I don't have to worry about money, we can have sex all day long. It's not a problem.
Hold on. Sorry.
And as you know, the Rocks like sex.
In the background. It's like a Lilliputian convention in here. Bunch of short people.
That is
trying to say I short? I wear heels.
If you want, I can go to the other direction. You wide too. But only in certain areas.
Only in certain areas, Lord.
Right. I appreciate that, Siobhan. I think you kind of hit on the head with a lot of things there.
Yeah, I mean, I know for myself, looking at the question, it's more so, I mean, anybody that's been married obviously knows that, after you get to that honeymoon stage, it's more of a balance. It's, you're going to go through your good, you're going to go through your bad times. And there's going to be times where you may not have the sex there. And it's basically not that you don't want to have it, but there's things in your life that's going on between the 2 of you. For me personally, I'd rather have the stability, and not saying that I need you to make more than me. Obviously the more the better, but I just need to know that if shit hit the fan, you could hold the house down. Granted, I wouldn't put us in a position where my bad decisions would impact our house, you know, as far as stability is concerned. So I would choose having stability as far as being able to contribute and maintain, because I'm not going to be here forever. So I need to know if something should happen to me. Granted, even though I may make positions and life and policies and things like that for you guys to be taken care of, when shit hits the fan, I need to know that you can hold the house down. That's just my thoughts.
Very valid point.
Homegirl Lou?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. So I totally agree with Mia, honestly, because I mean, the way she put it was like perfect in my ears. Like, men more look at sex. They're not really looking at women, majority or society, I guess. Like, men aren't really looking at women for like, oh, how much money you got? Are you able to take care of me? Usually, I guess, women are looking at men to be like, you know, taken care of in a sense. And I honestly, it's like, what do you value more in your life? Like, do we grow up wanting to have good sex, or do we grow up to wanting to be able to take care of your, you know, wanting to take care of yourself, wanting to take care of your family? So I don't know. I mean, it's all about what you value. Me personally, shit.
Hey, Lou, I think we grow up wanting to have a lot of money, and when we realize the difficulties that come with it, we settle for good sex.
And that's the thing, is like, we settle, but at the same time, it's like sex, well, shit, you can't even say sex ain't gonna pay your bills because it's depending on what you do with your life. But I mean, I think it's really depending on the type of lifestyle that you're actually living. Because if you're I don't even want to say sex worker, but if you're in that industry, sex is your bread and butter. You're getting probably the best of both worlds in that industry. You're making money, you're able to take care of yourself. They pay really good, so I heard. And you're getting sex. You're getting probably good sex or decent sex. But for me personally, I'd rather be financially happy, but, you know, than sexually happy. The only thing is that if the sex that you're receiving is so fucking trash, you're gonna end up, most likely, if sex is your next thing, you're gonna end up by yourself. So who wants to be rich and dickless? You know, like, for women, like, you know, I don't know. But then who wants to have the best sex and broke as hell going from pillow to post either? So, like I say, what do you value more for your life? That's all.
So we had somebody in the group chat that made a valid point. How about, are you able to take care of yourself? What if the money concern is because you're not signing up to be a sugar daddy? Bread, butter, and cheese. Male's perspective, just to confirm with that. So
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that again?
Sure. It's in the group chat. But how about, are you able to take care of yourself? What if the money concern is because you're not signing up to be a sugar daddy? Bread, butter, and cheese. So I'm taking it that as a man coming from this is from a fella saying that get in a relationship, he's not trying to be a sugar daddy. You know, that's what I'm gathering.
Okay, I want to respond to that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is what I think. I think that inherently men are supposed to be pursuers. They're supposed to be providers. They're supposed to be protectors. I think what happens is that too often we don't let men live in their truth, and women end up doing those things. And I think it almost feminizes men. That's just what I think.
Explain on that part.
I'm sorry?
Explain on the feminized part.
I'll expound on that part in a second. That might be for a whole nother conversation. But
we got a lot of fuck boys, but go ahead.
Now, and once again, this is me again. I don't believe in frivolous intimacy. I don't believe in frivolous sex. And anybody that I choose to have a situation with, I'm not saying that I need them to take care of me because I can take care of myself. But what I'm saying is, as a man, that should be something that they desire to do. So if the first thing that goes in your head is, I don't want to be a sugar daddy, well, then you're not in a position to even be with me in the first place. Because a man that I would choose to be with, that shouldn't be something that's even crossing his mind, personally. If that makes any sense.
I dig that. You're funny as hell. You be like, but that's just my opinion. You gonna say
No,
some,
it's true though. Not
some
every,
real ass shit,
and like I
but
said,
that's
I
just
may not
my
be everybody's cup of tea. But you will not. You also won't catch me having frivolous sex with people. So it's just certain things that I that's acceptable to me.
Well, I'm a man, and when I'm single, I'm having frivolous sex.
Yeah, I
I'm
definitely.
joking.
And you should, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that for me personally, there's just certain, and who knows, I'm the type of person that I I shower 3 times a day. Like, I may have too much checklist, but I'm saying that there are just certain things that I feel that men should be doing in relationships and women should be doing in relationships. Not because I feel like women need to be subservient or anything like that. I just think that there's certain things that are driven by men's testosterone, and and that makes men be the best men that they can possibly be. And not every woman is a man's cup of tea. So he may not necessarily want to go ahead and, be a sugar daddy to that particular person. It may just be about sex. But for me,
I think
before you even get sex from me,
mm-hmm.
there has to be a whole nother situation happening.
You got to mentally fuck you.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Because then that puts me in a whole different frame of mind.
So I agree with you. I think there's a fine line between being a provider and being someone's daddy.
I would agree with that as well.
And I think with today's society versus when we grew up, there's certain things that, like you said earlier, a woman will allow a man to be a man and a man will allow a woman to be a woman. I think that fine line has been so divided, and where it started from, who knows? I can't tell you. But I think that you'll have a woman who, like for my sister, for example, she's a strong provider, but she allows her husband to be a husband. And I have a cousin who's a strong provider, and she wears the pants. She doesn't allow her husband to be the man. So, not saying that works for every relationship, but there has to be a balance.
You're absolutely correct. Okay, so for me, for example, I know that I live in a lot of, I understand both. Okay, so let me back up. Everybody has masculine and feminine energy. I think that some people don't know how to tap into that, and they don't know when it's appropriate to have it. Okay. So, or when to let that side of themselves show. So, for example, when I'm at work, when I do work, but I own a couple businesses. When I'm doing business, I'm in my masculine energy all day. I am in my masculine energy all day. I do well at strategy. I'm well at negotiating. I just sit in my masculine energy, and that's it. I'm an ass when it comes to work.
Now,
but
the type of work that you do, is it because the type of work that you do, is it because you're around a lot of men? Because that also determines how you're.
Not necessarily. I just understand that there is. You think so, honey? Okay, so my husband is saying it's because I work with a lot of men. Okay, so he's telling me that right now. Okay, so I am in a male-dominated industry, both industries.
Okay.
He's listening.
You were so masculine when you had to be, but because it was John Casablancas modeling.
So my husband is saying that when I worked for a modeling agency, I was a little more round the edges. However, because I am in a firearm industry and I'm in a security industry, he finds that I'm very alpha in work. I'm alpha in my leadership qualities. I'm surrounded by a lot of just alpha males. But when I'm home and I deal with, or when I'm with my husband and I'm not in work mode, sometimes you have to just sit back in your femininity. And I don't know, and I have no idea how we even got on this particular topic, but we did. Sorry.
I know, and that I was about to just say that we were kind of straying off of the topic, but to address that is that in order for you to be respected as a female, you have to prove yourself and show the males that you are equal and just as capable. So that forces you to bring out that your male tendencies.
Who's
You
gonna
know
direct
what
me to
I'm
see?
saying?
That's absolutely true.
Who's gonna pay the bills if I
That's absolutely true.
So,
Hey,
but
I just want to add that nobody will be calling me daddy if there's no chance I can pay child support on them. Please resume.
Taj, I think we're gonna call you daddy. I'm gonna give you my cash app so you can send some money over.
but
All right.
there's a suggestion. There's actually there's a statement in the chat that I would like to address
Okay.
by Randy, and it says that. Give me a second. It went up too high. It said that.
Is it the one he says, I feel you on that too? Or Stray?
Where he's saying that the man should be
Natural provider.
the natural provider. So here's the thing about that, right? That's our generation. I don't know how old you are, Randy, but I'm assuming you're in our age range, which is about anywhere from
35.
30, 40, right? You know what I'm saying? We grew up with the concept that the man should be the provider or is the provider. But the thing about it is that these younger folks growing up, and based on the job market now and the jobs available now, right? Because the construction industry is starting to boom again, but like maybe a year or two ago, that wasn't the case, and there was a lot of jobs to where women were getting more like IT jobs and more desk jobs that was available that were decent paying jobs, where the man, like in '08, where construction almost came to a halt, they didn't, a lot of the so-called male jobs just wasn't there. And I think that coupled with the fact that in our generation, you had men or you had boys that had children that never raised their boys to be men because they themselves were never men. These boys never grew up to be men. And so, we had men that raised us and taught us to be men. But and I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not saying that you guys, if you fit this, if this hat fits you, I'm not saying this is you. I'm just saying from what I've seen, they kind of grew up where, you know what I'm saying? They're looking for women with money too, right? So, but our generation grew up with that pride that the man has to be head of household and take care of the home. But even still, even as much as you wanted to do that, so the economy wouldn't allow you to, based on how the jobs were at the time. Things are changing now, and men are shifting from one job to the other. And you know what I'm saying? And I think we're going way off topic here, but
No, it's all good.
I just wanted to address that there. That I agree with you that I grew up in that generation where men are providers. But
so we got Randy. Welcome to the No Filter podcast. Thank you for showing some love.
What up, Randy? Peace.
Real
What's
active.
good? What's good, folks? What's happening?
Yeah, what's good?
Tell us where you're from and give us some input.
Yeah, tell Josh I said what's up.
I just told him. He said hi.
All right, cool. Alon, what did you say? Where am I from?
Yeah, where you from? And give us a little input about your thoughts on the topic.
Yeah, well, my family is all Trinidadian. I was born here in the States, in Boston, but all of my family is from Trinidad. And so my take on the whole subject, and we have gotten off subject. I just looked back at the question, but speaking on the subject we're on now, I truly agree with what the DJ just said a second ago, man. Like he hit it on the head. It has to do with the generation. If you ask our group, this generation now, you're going to get a typical set of answers. And if you ask this new generation that's out here now, none of them are really looking. I'm not going to say none of them. A lot of them aren't trained to be leaders. They weren't groomed up with men above them to teach them to be leaders. So naturally, that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for, hey, let me see, what can you do for me? What can I do for you? And it's not even so much what can I do for you? They're really looking for what can you do for me? They're looking for a woman and they're trying to figure out, okay, do you have your own this? Do you have your own that? Can you take care of your own stuff? Whereas in my particular situation, I grew up watching a man that took care of my mother who had kids of her own, and he brought his kids, her kids, took care of everybody. And so I grew up learning from that example, and all of the people around me had the same example, all of my family and friends. So all I know is to take care of, to provide. That is naturally what's in me. I don't have any kind of a problem with a woman being in leadership, with a woman being successful, with a woman being independent. As a matter of fact, I'm raising a 14-year-old daughter, and that's exactly what I would teach her to do, is to be a leader, to be independent. However, I also agree with allow the man to be a leader if he's going to be a leader. You can't make, like you just said something a second ago when you said boys, I agree. You can't make a boy be a man. So if a man's going to be a leader, allow him to lead. But these young women these days have to learn not to find men that don't want to be leaders, because you can't make them into leaders. You just can't do that. So it's either natural or it's not. But I feel like as a man, naturally, we are born to lead. That's what we were first put here to do, is to lead. And if you allow a man to be in his natural state, and if he desires to be in his natural state, that's what he'll do. But unfortunately, the way things are now, we got a lot of young men out here now that are not being raised by men that are teaching them to be leaders. Therefore, they're not becoming leaders. And there's a huge lack in that area. And unfortunately, the cycle continues until men decide to step up and teach these young fellas what they're supposed to be doing.
Thank you for your input, man. We definitely appreciate it.
But also, too, this is something else I wanted to say. People don't necessarily connect or date with purpose. And if I am having casual sex with someone, I'm not necessarily going to have them lead me, because my husband told me he's going to kick my ass.
Oh, Lord!
Ain't no casual or nothing.
This is hypothetical, Josh. It's hypothetical. You see, now I have to let him lead. Shit. Okay, so
The alpha talking.
I'm not gonna let a man lead me that I'm choosing to have casual sex with. If I have to be in a committed situation, a very committed situation, for me to have someone lead me in the first place, if that makes any sense. Now, and I'm gonna stray just a little bit here, because we're talking about financial and sex, and a lot of times I think those things are brought up in conversations prematurely when people kind of deal. And I'm assuming that this conversation or this topic may be not for a casual sexual situation. So, like, for me personally, I feel like, because there's statistics behind it. You know, men, if a woman is looking for a mate in terms of a long-term situation, women bond after they've had sex with someone. They bond when oxytocin is released after sex. However, men bond when they invest in someone. And I am very, and I'm just going to go back to that again. I'm just very specific, or I'm just very particular about men and women being allowed to sit in whatever their energy is. Because, for example, when a man pursues, he pursues because his testosterone is allowing him to pursue. But if a woman is pursuing, then that in itself brings up her testosterone, it brings up her cortisol, and it just does not put her in a natural state. So I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm drinking too much fucking wine.
I don't know you, but I like you though. I like what you're talking. I like what you're saying. Yeah.
Geronimo, you know her, but you know her. She's been to the show.
I have a few times.
Yeah.
You know how drunk I be on this show?
Yeah, but she was at the show. Was at the studio the night that my cousin Yanis came.
Yeah, but was
I'm
that
Yanis'
good drinking?
If I'm not mistaken, never mind. We'll do that after.
Yeah. So I want to bring Brian on. You know, because he's got a little experience underneath his belt. So, Brian, what's your
Mr.
thought?
Lara, good evening, sir.
Good night.
Hey guys, what's up, man?
What's your thought of the topic?
Hi, Brian.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? So when I heard the question, the first thing that came to my mind was there's two. I'm in New York, for those that don't know. There's two, and I don't want to use the derogative word hobos, but there's two they look homeless people that I see in the train station, male and female. And they look poor. They're begging every day. But oh my God, they're in love. The way they move around with it, and they have their dog right there, you can see those are two people in love. So there's no money, but you can see love, in my opinion. So having said that, I kind of blanket said you have to choose good sex versus no money and that kind of stuff. But personally, man, you need money. Without money, as I think Taj was the one that said it, you can have good sex and a hungry stomach. You can't have good sex on a hungry stomach. But these two people prove me wrong.
Brian, I want to say
no energy.
No, but when I said, yo, we're not talking about like flat ass broken. Financial happiness is like you're happy, you're comfortable financially. If you're not financially happy, it doesn't mean you don't have food on your table.
But I'm
if you're sexually unhappy, it doesn't mean you have an orgasm now and then.
I personally believe that you need money. You need to have financial happiness instead of good sex.
So let me ask you a question.
But these two people prove me wrong. The two people prove me wrong because they don't look like they have money and they look like there's love and I'm pretty sure sex.
Yeah, but it's also probably codependency.
No, Brian, the thing is we know a lot, like we don't know a bunch of rich people. I mean, we know rich people, but we know a bunch of people who are not rich either, who are happy as hell in the life they live. So are we saying they're not as happy as the person? I guess that's kind of off the topic because we're basing happiness on only two things by having the conversation.
No, but I was not going strictly on the question. And the question was, which one would you prefer, if I'm not mistaken, financial happiness or sexual happiness? And I personally was going to jump off the block and says, I want to be financially happy instead of sexually happy because I think if I have money, I can buy sex. But
that doesn't mean you be but Brian, that doesn't mean you be sexually happy.
He just said he could buy sex.
Buying sex doesn't make you sexually happy. It just means
but you can practice sex and practice.
Let's replace the word happy with pleasing.
You're happy with an option to buy.
I think it depends on where you sit, man. When I listen to everyone, and everybody made valid points. And without going off topic, I think it just depends on where you sit because some people have valid reasons for saying they prefer to be financially happy, and some people have valid reasons saying they prefer to be sexually happy. And I think both carry water, both have merits. Yeah, let's hear you saying DJ.
Let me just throw this out for instance, real quick. Just real quick. I promise I won't be long. You can be in a relationship where one person is not making as much money and the other one is making $3 million a year and still not be financially happy.
True. It's other things.
Go ahead, brother.
All right. I've addressed a lot in the past few minutes, but I actually never addressed the actual question. And what I would like to say is that somewhat to what the missus said, I can't remember her name right now because I can't see it.
It's Mia. Her name is Mia.
Yeah. But it depends on whether it's going to be casual or if you're looking for a relationship, right? And as far as a man's point of view, casual, we don't give a fuck what your situation is. We just want to fuck. It's that simple. You could be broke, you could have money. We don't really care. But if it's
this is why I don't have casual sex.
Right. But if you meet somebody that you see a future with, right? And you're intelligent enough, you're going to engage that person and you're gonna feel them out. You're gonna see what they're about because why? Besides good sex, there's more to life and there's more to happiness than just good sex, right? And that person doesn't need to make more money than you. whether they do or don't, sometimes, well, I know, and I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for all men. But as far as I'm concerned, you need to be able to take care of you.
Correct.
You understand? If I could take care of you, that's irrelevant. I need to know that you can take care of you. Because I'm not looking for a dependent. I ain't got no kids. I'm not looking for no kids. I'm looking for a woman. I'm looking for somebody to be in a relationship with. And if you can do that, then we can talk. But if you looking like a dependent, you're gonna have to kick rocks. And that's the long and short of it. I could give a fuck about how good the sex is, because I'll fuck you and go about my business after that. So you know what I mean? It's definitely, I think is, and the thing about it is that based on their status financially, it shows you where they're at mentally as well. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I can't speak for all men, but as far as I'm concerned, the sex is neither here or there. It's all about you, where you're at, and if we're compatible on that level. Because, like I said, if we make a kid, it's all good, but I'm not looking to adopt one. You know, and some men are okay with that, but that not me.
So I want to get another married man on board. So I want to get my cousin AJ Dunk.
AJ, what up?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
So you heard the topic. I mean, you're a married man. What are your thoughts when you got into a relationship, given the circumstance?
I would say like I'm from, like Brian mentioned earlier, it's like the older generations is like, okay, men are raised to like be men and like run the household and do all this. Nowadays, it's like, I feel like it's a team. I'll be like, it's us together. It's like, what are we doing together? So as long as we're benefiting together, then I'm with it. Financially, I'm like, all right, we'll make it work. But sexually, it's like, we need to make that be happy, because we can always make some money. We can always make some money, because like you can have all the money, but if we not right, then there's a problem. Because boy, no,
The sex is trash. It's a wrap.
I mean, it doesn't have to be trash, but like it's got to be enough. I mean,
like a 5 out of 10, like 50-50. Like it's
enough to make you show like enough to make you show your top teeth when you smile. Just that enough. You don't have to be like fully like, but just like a little grin.
Yeah, but you gotta make sure you don't have uppercase gums and lowercase teeth.
Hey, that might feel good. So I'm saying, like, it's like it got honest. I'm going with the sex, man.
Okay.
Because then also like you if you're happy that way, then you won't be as frustrated. Like you could be sexually frustrated, and then that could cause your money to decrease. Like money is a thing that it can come and it can go, and that's just what it is.
So can sex.
Right.
Sex can come and go. Hang on a second. Can you imagine sitting down there having sex and the lights cut off on you?
If you start with the lights off,
it's not gonna work on. No.
You can still do it with the lights off. That's the
You can't see good sex in the dark, though.
You can feel it.
Guess what? Can you imagine going to get the damn cum rag to wash it out on you don't have no water? That's some stressful shit. No.
Baby wipe?
Okay, but like
I'm good. Nope. Sorry.
So you're telling me that there's something that you can buy with money that'll make you as happy sexually.
What I'm saying is this. No, this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is number one, because me as Mia Siobhan, I don't have casual sex. I understand that my sex is tied to me being connected to someone. And I also know that me being connected to someone, people fall in and out of love all the time. That is just how relationships work. And so I think that financial stability all the way through is the only thing that I can necessarily control. And that puts me in a frame of mind where I don't have to worry about, if I don't have to worry about finances, then I can practice good sex. I can, if we're not connected, I can take a trip. It's easy to, we're not in a good space. You know what? Let's go to Dubai. Let's go ahead and reconnect in a whole nother place. That'll make you have some real good sex. But what I'm not going to do is have myself where I'm having so much sex that it fucks up my money. That's not going to work for me. And it's not because I expect a man to go, let me sit up. Oh shit, my wine got me laying down. It's not because I expect a man to take care of me, because I hustle, if not just as much, more than most people I know. But I do know that there needs to be a certain priority. And I think that financial stability not just sets me up, it sets my spouse up, it sets my kids up. And then I can go do whatever I want. I do whatever I want. Knowing that there's money in the bank, knowing my bills are paid, knowing my businesses are being run, I have the ability to do whatever I want to do. That puts me in a very happy place. And then I can do all kinds of freaky shit. But if I'm stressed out, I'm not doing freaky a motherfucking thing.
Hey, Siobhan, don't go nowhere. I want to try something. I want to see if I can get somebody from the younger generation to kind of speak on it. For the first time ever, my daughter has decided to be on the show. So for all of y'all,
is there?
Y'all don't know who the fuck Amani is. Know who Amani is and don't play with me.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, baby girl?
How are
I
you?
don't seen you.
Is there any chance we can get you to give your opinion on this topic?
Sure. What's the question?
Hi,
Hey,
sweetie.
Boogie.
You look like Auntie Taja.
Really?
Yes, you do.
You do favor your aunt.
Oh, well, thank
Money.
you. Very beautiful. So,
Hey, baby.
what's the question?
Taj, I told her.
First of all, we know why you're beautiful.
Taj,
Clearly, it's your mom.
Me.
All right.
Auntie Anfia, it's past your bedtime.
I
So-
told
Mommy,
her
is
that
you're the
it's
reason
grown-up
she's pretty?
conversation. I tell her grown-up conversation.
My daughter, she's a grown up. She's a grown up.
She had to come on the show to get you to unmute her mic, right?
What she doing there?
Right.
Auntie Anfia, it's past your bedtime.
Oh, shut up, Siobhan.
So for me to get my mother to talk on the show, my daughter had to come on. All right, cool.
I sent her a message. I told her, this is grown-up conversation. What is she doing?
We were thinking the same thing the
never-
first time you listened to the show. It's grown up conversation. You know you're not.
Okay, I'm out of it.
All right.
That is an adult conversation. Once a man and twice a child.
All right.
So Amani, here's the question.
Yes.
And I want to get this. No judgment, you speak. Is it more important to be financially happy with your mate or sexually happy? And can you have happiness without one or the other?
Financially happy.
Of course I knew that's what
It's
you
gonna
said.
stress. It's gonna.
Child, I love you. I love you,
know that's what
child.
she
Look at
had
that.
to say. And that's what I need her to say. That's my daughter.
It'll stress out. I feel like it'll stress the relationship if y'all are financially deprived. Like if you're constantly, if one person's doing more than the other, or the other person is not bringing the same amount, it's gonna cause stress in the relationship, and nobody's gonna want to do anything with anybody. Who
My
wants to
God,
bring
the
more
youngest
somebody
person in
else?
the room
Boy,
make
why
the
I
most
love
sense.
that child. Look at that. Yes.
If she had been like, no, sexually happy, I'd have thrown this whole laptop between his left
Be
hand
like,
and the
show
back.
over.
I'd have thrown this whole month. I'd have used it. I'd have frisbeed this bitch. Show is over.
She was properly trained.
That's right.
Over. Yes, I know she was properly trained.
Auntie
Thank you
Anfia,
for your
it is
opinion,
past your
mother.
bedtime.
Oh, shut up, Siobhan. I'll be going to bed.
I'd like to make a point about
Hi, Brian.
Go ahead.
I'd like to make a point about good sex, right? Good sex is relevant.
I was
right?
gonna ask that question. What is the definition of sexual happiness and
Right.
financial? Sorry, brother. Go ahead.
Good sex is relevant. To be honest with you, most of it is mental. Once the mental is there, the physical will follow. You could be bad as fuck in bed. As long as you're mentally connected to that other person, you're fucking great. You understand?
And therefore,
So
if financial happiness is what turns you on, then the sex will be good.
no, but what the point they were making is the financial stability makes you guys comfortable. The less stress in the relationship, the more comfortable you are, and the more you guys bond.
Because then you feel safe.
Right.
Especially for women. Women then feel safe.
If I could chime in, I feel like personally, you can't teach somebody to be a hustler. Like you can't teach somebody to want to make money. They have to have that. But you could teach somebody things that you like in the bedroom.
Right. Jesus Christ. What?
That's my baby.
Good job.
where you get
You know how you do like that's your sibling? That's
Where you learning that?
On YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Auntie Andrea, she learned.
Sorry.
We have to have a talk.
No. Auntie Andrea, listen. She learned it from YouTube. She was on YouTube University.
Hey, I got a question. How if anybody needs to have a talk, it'd be me, and I'm good.
No, because you're a man. It doesn't matter.
No, I am the father.
Learn it on TikTok.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna let DJ Geronimo play, but we're gonna take a shot first, and then we got the next topic. So get your drinks, your wine, your juice, whatever.
Perfect time.
What y'all want to listen to? I have no idea what I was gonna play.
Let's go.
I want to hear the best of Barry Manilow.
I'm drinking.
I'll play that for you another time. What else you got?
Thank you.
All right. Cheers to life.
Cheers to life. I have that song.
Good money.
I like that tune too.
I want to hear. Tell me what I could do again.
What you want to hear, Auntie Andrea?
I got you. That gonna be the first song I play. That gonna be the first song I play. No, that is not Kiss. That's Skinny Banton.
The name of the song is Wrong Again, Mommy.
Wrong again, whatever.
I got you. Coming up. All right.
Yeah.
Our DJ. Once again, we don't own the rights to this music. It's for entertainment purposes only.
We don't. Mommy, can hold. Unfair. Can you please control it? And we do not gain from this. We do not gain from this financially in any way, shape, or form. So don't block our episode like you did last week, assholes. Geronimo. Thank you, Amani.
Turn up the mic. When I say I fed up with heart, all you feel is truth I'm making. I don't want to hate on love, but sometimes I keep debating. She say she only lover, she only friend. We make a wish, I eat with pen. I sleep and I had a dream, wake up and I make a vow. Soon as everything complete, we saw and all. What I do wrong again, Lord? Tell me what I do wrong again. People calling me name, Lord. They say I get hard again. About it, the garden a pocket, the clothes in a bucket. But the girl she keep on complaining. When I do it, they say put your back into it. All I know I try, she keep calling with another guy. What I do wrong again, Lord? Tell me what I do wrong again. People calling me name, Lord. They say I get hard again. I want to find out somebody. 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 Lord. I want to be freedom and excitement. Right now this party can't go back. But I want to wine, and there's no feeling. Baby, come up and tell me. Yeah, anyway, I just see it. But the yeah, excitement and fun. We're drinking, and we feeling nice. Yeah. Bring out the cooler, bring out the ice, bring out the vodka, everything nice. Last Johnny walk with a friend. Glass shakes up, now forget the bad 19. When we break the bottle seal, and we hear the iron and steel. But the girl them shake up their bumper, expressing the way how they feel. When I hear the song of the band, I just start to follow the band. The shoes is mine, the costume fit me, and I'm and I'm ready to chip. Pull on the road and chip. Anyway. From the party start feed us day, make all week like a holiday. When the band and the music play, only the second find me. The front and the back, when the masquerade is coming, and I have me rum in my heart, and I got to bump and truck in way. We created the fun. If we in charge of the parade, we don't want the jamming to run. We come out to chip. Ha! Like Zankilla. Like hold. I drunk already. I see a sexy girl, I want to walk already. I drink about 10 buckle of rum already. I don't take a selfie, Instagram already. I'm moving like a madman. Oh, yeah. The problem in this session. Oh, give me space like a pedestrian. Oh, yeah. And please don't ask no question. Crazy people, macho, job fella, real job. Them confident job was in this one. Up, 2, 3, 4. I was born as a job, I die as a job. Me don't care what nobody say. Them say the job man, they send me rehab, cause I play job every day. Make room for it, give me space for it. Thank God for it, get on board for it. It's the It's the whining queen of the soca. Everybody want come hold her. Whining queen of the soca. Lord, she want me know. Check her now, whining up the body, want me know. Check her now, bouncing up the body, want me know. Check her now, whining up the body, want me know. Check her now, bouncing up the bam. Head, shoulder, knees, move over, let her breathe. She ain't nothing easy, so get ready for the teacher. Lights on flick for the camera, crowd of people front and center. The video man not shaking enough. He ain't seen none yet, she only want me up. Check her now, winding up the body. Bend so much you bend the banana. You bend so much you bend the banana. Bend. You bend so much you bend the banana. You bend so much you bend the banana. Let me see you touch your toes with it. Bend so and pose with it. Use the freezes so you froze with it. Just like when you bend and stack with it. Hold on low, take a break with it. You mash up the place when you shaking it. Just like you is my favorite. Bend, you make a shape with it. Girl, banana. You bend so much you bend the banana. Banana. You bend so much you bend the banana. Banana. You bend so much you bend the banana. Banana.
Hey yo, Swatch, what the driver's license number this with this rhythm, me boy? This thing dry, she got a juice. She got a juice. She dripping. She got a juice. My God, she got a juice. way they go. This one don't make you wish that you coulda ever never miss a Lex Bumper down. Every man grab a girl and girl grab a man and walk up your waist and you hear this one. Give me my check, 1, 2. My girl bend down and shoot. Move how it is she and shoot. I'm so like kung fu. I dig it, give my check, 3, 4. Girl, bring up face to the floor. She how it moves. No milk, she got either she milk, she can she how it moves. She tripping, she tripping, she tripping. She how it moves. She tripping, she how it moves. She how it moves. Harder than girl, harder than girl. These are the biggest collab. When we touch down, we go play shallow. 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 When you see we Juve morning, all we do is ship. Behind the truck Juve morning, we black and we green, sick. All the girl inside a van, make she bend and stick, shit. Jam like we don't give a damn, we mad and we sick. Juve money ringing bell, moving like we come from hell. We under a jab spell, so we playing jab until we dead. Jab away junk like fish, and you know any pet we dey in it. When you see we Juve morning, just give us that fish to it. Hold a girl, if she walk behind the truck. Baby girl, no waste no time. Back it up on me one time now. One by one, just fall in line. Let me jab take a wine. Everybody afraid that we, cause you know we bad like that. Boom. When we touch down, we open shell. 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 Gimme, Missy, Matty, Kume, Vinny. Saka, fake, wiki, too much pressure. Girl, bring the bumper. Gimme, Missy, Matty, Kume, Vinny. Saka, fake, wiki, too much pressure. Get me up, the team on fire. Now get up, the team on fire. The team on fire, the team on fire. Freaky girls that we love. Get me up, the team on fire. Now get up, the team on fire. The team on fire. Freaky girls that we love.
Then you know ya. We all at the ground, yeah. We all in it down, yeah. We open the story. It's Savannah Juve morning. Everybody coming in. We ready to go, yeah. We gon' make them jump. We gon' make them turn up. We gon' make them wine. We gon' make them free up. This is a bacchanal. It is big botanical. This carnival. I want you to find your way. Everybody on stage. If you're coming down from the mountain, oh God, when we read the season in town, see me jumping on. The Savannah grass, the Savannah grass. Look at it.
Your boyfriend whole night, isn't it with you he's supposed to be?
Olha, tem carinho.
Party but you took in your phone like you're texting your boyfriend whole night, isn't it with you he's supposed to be? He over there betting whole night, you over here stressing your life when he's only one you have to live. Don't really wanna intervene, but did you come here with your team? She said no. Tell me to go so I can leave if I would intervene. She said no. That's not the light, drop in the morning. When the niggas start to walk up, when the music start to pump up, and the girl ready to run my shit. In the morning, when the nowhere close is over, when the party hour's over, and everybody ready to jump and ready to jump and thing. Let me tell you one time when I come out to wine is a scene. Don't cut style anytime you want to play, leaving me. I whining on, I jamming on, I flexing on, I whining on, all. Your best friend, your friend them, your sister, your veteran, your partner, your neighbor, the one from work who hate me, my ex-man, the next one, your ex-girl, the best one. See, I don't care at all, I go in and whine on all. Like you's a celebrity, I watching that. You feel you is Marshall or something.
Let's listen to the words of the song, eh? Listen to the words.
It's no advantage thing. Let me tell you one time when I come out to wine is a scene. Don't cut style anytime you want to play, leaving me. I whining on, I jamming on, I flexing on, I whining on, all. Your best friend, your friend them, your sister, your veteran, your partner, your neighbor, the one from work who hate me, my ex-man, the next one, your ex-girl, the best one. See, I don't care at all, I go in and whine on all. Like you's a celebrity, I watching that. You feel you is Marshall or something, no. Don't feel you the boss and me. Why I go just do my thing and teach you a lesson. We come in this friends together, I come here to have a time. But you just want to roam like you feel a blind. Oh, boy, I can't take no more. Yes, that's a whining war. So since you leave, I'm going to go and whine on all. Your best friend, your friend them, your sister, your veteran, your partner, your neighbor, the one from work who hate me, my ex-man, the next one, your ex-girl, the best one. See, I don't care at all. I go in and whine on. We don't expect you to understand. It's a vibe. This is we life, yeah. It's a vibe. Welcome to the life. Welcome from the city. You're whining crazy. I see you in round, woman, but your bumper amaze me. I hope you're ready, girl. You start on this bacchanal. No time to get physical. Jumping in party central. We have bottles and bottles and bottles to last all day. We have plenty room yet to play. Only good vibe, good energy. Everything that you need is there. Come and meet your new family. We don't expect you to understand. It's a vibe. This is we life, yeah. It's a vibe. Welcome to the life. Where you come from, Miss Lady? You're whining crazy. I see you in round, woman, but your bumper amaze me. I hope you're ready, girl. You start on this bacchanal. No time to get physical. Jam in the party central. We have bottles and bottles and bottles to last all day. We have plenty room yet to play. Only good vibe, good energy. Everything that you need is there. Come and meet your new family. We like is a party. All day, every day. We love to party. We love with party. Life is a party. Every party. This is party central. Take back on us. Take wine in you. Take jam in us. Take back on us. Take wine in you. Take jam in us.
Baby, I don't mean to be so rude, but I sure you're feeling good, and I know you're in the mood for some more. Let me getting on the action. Wind back and watch the reaction. Then we go down.
We have mud and oil and powder, you feel it to play. We have plenty room yet to play. Only good vibe, good energy. Everything that you need is there. Welcome to your new family. Them girls, we out to party. We could party. We like is a party. All day, every day. 'Cause we
I'm at a happy place in my life every living day. Happy place in my life every living day. A happy place in my life every living day. I'm at a happy place in my life, and it can't change. And I just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, I will never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place, never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place. On you come. They say no carnival. I go bring my friends and you could bring your friends, and with friends we don't like together. Just decide who wants to lie in this place or on you come. They say no carnival. I go bring my friends and you could bring your friends, and with friends we don't like together. Just decide who wants to lie in this place or right here in the back. Yeah, jam. We go take a lick, take a lick, take a lick. It's real bright and the kitchen lion right here in the back. Yeah, jam. Hey, go straight in the kitchen, grab a cup and then start beating your hair. That cat must have an announcer, someone who will give the order to give you hot shoes and safety tips. So when you wind and know you will break your hip. We don't need no big promoter. The neighbors will be responsible. So when you see the police, tell them come get something to eat.
Geronimo, boy, you almost caused a whole fucking problem inside there tonight. You ready for it? Anybody else? Nobody? Everybody? Nobody? It's just you and I, huh? I'm gonna take this shot. We can't hear. I can't even hear you, brother.
Look, she want to party, but what she in bed like she's
Yeah, she wanna party.
I want to party, but I ain't doing that on YouTube. I ain't doing all that extra shit on YouTube. When you come out for YouTube, it's fat.
2021 is serious right now. With
Fat
that.
after fat.
A1 drinking a cloud. Yo, they look cloudy for real. That shit look dope.
Yeah.
Yo, Lou, you taking a shot with us? Lady M, you have yours?
All right.
Good.
I'm low key.
Shout out. What's going on, my brother? Go get my Mona. Got one?
That always got
I'm
something.
going, Junior,
There you go.
going home next week. I'm going to show
Becky, take one with us now and stop talking, for.
I can't.
Yeah, ready?
I cannot. Cheers.
I can't. I'll make up for it next week when I go to St. Croix.
Oh.
So you going for what, Shelly? What?
I don't know, something for Shelly. She get going on. So I was just talking to her on the phone. But
I'm turning 40 this year. I'm doing something.
facts.
You might be staying home. There's still something. But I bet you I'll be with you when you do it though.
Yeah, well, there's home at a beach. I don't care. We're doing something.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And if we're doing something for your birthday, that means we're doing something for Ms. Cosgrove. So
Yeah, we both share the same birth date, so.
but we will focus on you a little bit more this year for your 40th. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it. She already knows.
Shit, of course. So you ready to get into this? You know, it's funny because our third topic, we've had it as a topic for like 3 or 4 weeks, but every week we've gotten up to two topics at the most.
Yeah, because the topic's been getting pretty good.
Yeah, this is funny as hell. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, oof.
Right.
I don't know if we get to topic 3, and that's the one we teased. So
I'm actually typing in as we speak right now. So.
all right. You got it.
All right.
I
So
think this kind of ties in.
Yeah. So It's all right. We got it in the topic.
You got this one? There we go.
I got it. What are
All
some
right.
of the realistic expectations people have when it comes to relationships?
Hey, it's unrealistic.
Unrealistic. I apologize. Unrealistic. Let me make the correction.
Do we have any examples?
Examples of unrealistic expectations that people have when it comes to relationships. Sylvia was saying one of them is like thinking that things won't go wrong, like a person won't lose their job or have health issues.
They're
I was like,
optimistic.
So I guess one of the things is, you said it back in the day, a man wants a woman where he met her, and a woman wants a man hoping that
Let me help you out, brother.
Yeah.
A man meets a woman hoping she'll never change. A woman meets a man hoping she can change him.
There you go.
There you go.
So let's add on to that. Homegirl Lou, what's your thoughts?
Honestly, I'm kind of stuck because I just look at it as overall, like what might be unrealistic to you might not be unrealistic to my situation. I just have no examples, like honestly.
So you don't have any unrealistic expectations about people when you deal with them?
No, because I'm realistic. I always look at things like realistically.
So see that's interesting because now I got to try to figure out how to get you to tell me what do you consider realistic.
I think it's more of like, what do you consider unrealistic? Because I really don't know. I mean, I feel like everyone's situation is different. So what might work for one couple might not work for another. So that's why I just look at it very openly.
So no expectation is unrealistic then?
Expectations are preparations for failure, in my book, at least.
I can dig that. Okay. So you
I
don't
live
think
by that. I don't know.
So if a guy decides he's dating you and based on what he's seen on the show, he expects that you're gonna fuck him properly at least 4 times a week. No, let's make it unrealistic. Because of what you said on the show, because he's listened to you on this show, other shows before, he has expectations of what he thinks you may or may not do. A lot of people don't understand that a lot of things are specific to a person or whatever. Therefore, it's an unrealistic expectation.
It's an unrealistic expectation if that's what you expect off the bat. Because what I talk majority of the time is shit that I would do, shit that I have done. I can only speak for myself on the shit. So I've spoken, I've had conversations with some people, and because they hear the show and the shit that I pop off, I'm talking about from way back. You know what I'm saying? Like shit was more crazier than like really what it is right now, honestly.
You've been behaving.
I've been really fucking good. I don't know why. Like alcohol, I don't know. But
Let's have a shot.
Like I said, I've had conversations with people, and then they're like, "Oh, damn, I didn't know that you were, interesting, or you're not all about sex, or damn, you got a good head on your shoulders." Like before we even get to the nitty gritty, to the crazy, the nasty shit that I've ever talked about, honey, we're connecting first, and we're gonna connect on a different level because sapiosexual over here, I want to pick your brain first. Mind fuck me before I bust it wide open. I was gonna say some other shit, but fuck it.
I'm back, people. I'm back.
All right, we did a shot since you're back.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is No Filter.
I'm back. Sorry.
All right. Get your cup up. There you go.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
You didn't actually miss anything. We dropped the second topic, and Mrs. No Filter, homegirl Lou, Mrs. No Filter, I don't know what the fuck y'all call her, but she was just speaking on it.
So
what's the topic?
So
the topic is, go ahead, Awa.
What are some of the unrealistic expectations people have when it comes to relationships?
Repeat that one more time. I'm going to ask for a second time.
Sure.
What's the question?
What are some of the unrealistic expectations people have when it comes to relationship?
I think that people expect other people to make them happy.
That's a valid.
That's what I think.
That's a good one.
And I think that there's no way you're going to be able to be a good companion in a relationship if you don't know how to make yourself happy.
Where will you find this woman, man? Where will you find this woman?
Where will you find me?
Yeah.
Cousin.
Partner, I've had her that she's been around forever.
A minute.
And I see you only talking straight facts,
Partner, this woman here is friends of all our friends and everything. I tell you, she's been on the show before.
It's been a minute.
Yo, I know your brother was on that night, but wasn't Trinette on that night too?
Trinette was on that night too.
Trinette was there. What's my boy name with the locks? I don't know why I can't think of his name right now.
That was actually my birthday week, and somebody had taken me out to one of my girls.
It was because she's a Sagittarius as well.
I write on the cusp, but you getting traits from both.
She leaving me with nothing to say, man.
You have nothing to say.
Got a comment inside the section in the chat. So they said they got to be independent, successful, but want to stay home with the kids and not work.
What? Repeat that again. What?
Hey, let me try this. He said that somebody said they got to be independent, successful, but want to stay home with kids and not work.
Okay, that's a lot of moving parts.
Exactly.
Personally, for me, I feel like when people have expectations, you should not go into a relationship with expectations, in my opinion. And I think that is one of the biggest mistakes that you make when you enter a situation.
When it comes to entering a situation, it's like what is the black comedy? I don't hope, I wish. I wish things would go as I expected.
This is my opinion, and this is how I preface with my opinion. It is none of my, once I am not being abused, it is none of my business how my significant other chooses to love me or treats me.
Explain.
I just need to be the best version of.
Please expound on this.
Because I feel like it's my job to do what I feel like I need to bring to the relationship. I shouldn't have any. I don't go into my relationships with expectations. I think expectation sets people up for disappointment. And also, too, this is the other thing. I think that you don't really know what you want. There's certain things that you've not experienced yet, and you don't know that you really want them until you've experienced them. So when you go into a situation, you say, you know what? I want a strawberry. That's all I want. I want a strawberry, but you've never tasted a grape. If you go in saying, all I want is a strawberry, you're not going to know that you even have the ability to like a grape because you don't.
Let this conversation go. Just let it go. Wherever it end up, that way it end up. Let it go. Keep going. Preach.
But so that is me. If I just kind of let myself be and let you do what you have to do, then I will experience. I may experience things that I don't necessarily even know that I like.
I want to express something. Let me tell you, all right. If you expect things from people when it comes to relationships, you never have the opportunity to get high off the person.
Absolutely.
I like to get high off of the person, like really just blow my mind. And so I don't really have expectations.
Well, I think
if you can keep up.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think in anything, unless you're paying somebody to do a job, you should not expect shit. That's just how I feel about it. When you start expecting shit is when you become a boss. Personally. That is me. Other than that, everything anybody gives you it's a mutually beneficial situation. And if it's not mutually beneficial, you need to reassess and you say, this might not be working for me. I'm going to go ahead and find somebody else I might be more compatible with. Other than that, I think that I just kind of need to let people be. I need to sit back once again in my femininity and let people be.
So we have
Geronimo. I'd like to welcome you to the Mia Rock is Right show. Please go ahead, brother.
Relax, you're gonna get good sex tonight. Behave yourself.
Oh gosh.
Yo, tell him you want to get help with that. He needs to come on the camera. The good thing is she don't expect shit from you, so
I don't. That's the thing. I don't.
Mr. No Filter.
I don't. Tonight I don't.
Your daughter said
Tonight, don't worry, you good.
She said that's why people date to find out what they like.
Facts.
But I just wanted to say this before the conversation changes, that I went out to breakfast with 3 young kids the other day, and that was one of the things. All of them are two of them are under 18, and one of them was just at 18. Oh, yeah, just at 18. And I told them, I said, 2 things in life. If anything you take away from this conversation today, never forget what I'm about to tell you. Don't even worry about how you know it, where you learned it. Just remember this. Don't expect people to do what you think they should do, and don't have expectations of
Absolutely.
people.
Absolutely.
You do those 2 things and you stay true to it, that will keep you happy the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
So let me add on to that. So one thing that I learned is that even though you might do something, you can't expect others to do the same. So when you do it with the expectations that you're doing it from your heart and you're not expecting anything to be received.
Mm-hmm. So you know something that my father taught me? My father taught me, and this has nothing to do with necessary expectations. My father said, when you give someone to some, like for example, money. Let's say you give some money to someone, you always give it without the expectation to get it back.
Correct.
You give whatever it is you give from yourself, whether it's money, whether it's love, whether it's sex, whether it's flowers, whether it's a meal, whether it's whatever it is. And if you do that without expectation, you eliminate the ability to be disappointed, or you minimize the ability to be disappointed.
Can I press the button now?
Siobhan, check your text message. I'm trying to see if you can help me be financially happy.
Can I press the button now? Can I press it?
Come back. I'm joking.
Don't worry, we'll get you there. Just follow my lead. Follow my lead, damn it. I'm in my masculine energy when
No, I like sexual happiness.
Sexual, listen, and I'm gonna say this is the thing. And I always say, and I say this from I don't know about all other women. I know about me. I need to be in a certain headspace for me to be my freest. And Taj, I think you should know this. I mean, the Rocks are very sexual people. So
not more. Hey, I'll tell you this: I am both.
You're both. The Rock,
more sexual than the La Rock, eh?
I personally do. Once I'm in a headspace where I don't have to worry about stuff, at this point it's game on. That's just what it is. But I just need to not be preoccupied. So let's take away the preoccupation. Let's take away the financial issues. Let's take away all the other stuff. They get the kids homework good. Let's do this. Let's do that. And then we can go hang out and do some adult shit. That is me.
Okay.
Oi.
Yo, Dada. What's going on, my brother?
It's quiet today.
Hey, yo.
You free to talk?
All the time.
Yo, Siobhan, you yawn like a polar bear. I need you to be easy.
Sorry. I'm on my last glass of my first bottle.
Of what bottle?
Yeah,
my first bottle. My first bottle.
So we're going on the second bottle?
Yo, Siobhan, let me know when we're getting together. And so I'm
actually going.
So you can meet Sylvia too.
Hi, Sylvia. Do darling, sweetheart.
Do darling, please and thank you.
Please and thanks. Amen. Hallelujah.
All right. So Which direction we want to go with this, brother?
Unrealistic.
I was hoping we can get Dada to speak, but I just want to make sure. You good?
No, you good. Yeah, you good.
Yeah, we got him.
So I don't know if you heard the topic. What are some unrealistic expectations people have when it comes to relationships?
Male or female?
You a male.
You decide. It's up to you.
If
As
I'm
a
speaking
male,
for myself, or
as Dada, how do you feel? Like, because women might have done it. See, they might have expected more out of you, or you might have expected more out of them.
Unrealistic.
Realistically?
Unrealistic.
Unrealistic?
Yeah.
Like if she asked you to cut your locks every 6 months.
That's not gonna happen. Unrealistically, you expect me to be a sweetheart all the time. That's not gonna happen. That's unrealistic. I'm not gonna be nice all the time.
What about
I'll be nice in the beginning. I'll be nice in the beginning, and then you find out I'm an asshole. But that's realistic to me though. Like, it's not. It's unrealistic in for them, but it's realistic for me.
So you fish them in, and then they find out the real you afterwards.
I get comfortable.
Let me make sure I make this extremely fucking clear. I don't know. I'm not trying to get in, but if a woman expects you to be 12 inches.
No, that is very unrealistic. That's unrealistic. It's not happening. I wasn't born that way. That's not true.
I have another one. I know I talk a lot. Sorry. So tell me when you're ready.
No, we enjoy you.
She's on mute. Somebody mute.
Sorry, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm very enjoyable. So this is another
in a
thing
non-sexual happy way.
I think well, some people enjoy me in a sexual happy way, but I mean it's okay. You're my cousin. You shouldn't enjoy me now. But whatever. Anyway, so I think an unrealistic expectation is, and Josh and I have actually talked about this, is people expect to always have that butterfly, infatuated, I'm in love feeling. And that's
the feeling they have from the beginning.
Excuse me?
We call it the honeymoon
feeling
stage.
they had, the original feeling.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. A lot of people
A1 said it, the honeymoon stage.
A lot of people assume that their relationship is over when that stage is done because they expect to always have this butterfly feeling.
Yeah. I have that every time we go to the bank or we have sex.
Well, I have that every time I go to the bank, but I'm just saying.
She's saying some real shit though.
No, but realistically, and this is something. So I've been married for Josh. How many years are you married for? 12. Going on 12. Okay, so and this is what we have learned is that you fall in love with your spouse all the time.
Correct.
All the freaking time. And sometimes you're going to be in that butterfly mode and sometimes not. And if you go into a marriage or you go into a relationship thinking that that's what's going to always be, then you will not be in a marriage.
You're fucking yourself.
And that's an unrealistic expectation.
That is a very unrealistic expectation. Because in marriage, to back up a little bit, just a little bit. In relationships, there are 5 stages of relationships. So a lot of people don't even know there are 5 stages in relationships. In marriages, there's 7 stages to marriages. And when you transition from one to the other, the very first stage is that honeymoon stage that can last anywhere from 2 months to 2 years. And after you transition from the honeymoon stage and you're going to transition to the power struggle stage, people don't understand that. So they automatically feel like, oh my gosh, I'm in this power struggle stage. Or they don't know it's a power struggle stage, by the way. They just think that they're just, struggling for whatever it is, their conflicts or whatever. And they just assume that the relationship is automatically done because they're not having that in-love feeling. But that in-love feeling is not sustainable throughout the entirety of the relationship. And I think that that's what people don't know. One of the things that's an expectation people don't know, don't realize.
I got one for you. You expect to have a certain amount of sex on a regular basis.
That's true. I'm sorry, repeat that.
You expect to have a certain amount of sex on a regular basis. So that goes back into the honeymoon stage. When you meet the person,
But
once you guys start getting more committed, married, kids, things of that nature, sex dies down.
And one of the reasons that's the case, I think, is because, you know, we as people evolve and you become many different versions of yourself within a relationship. So when you fall in love with that person, you fall in love with many different versions of that person over time. So, you know, you might be in love with Mia, you know, Mia, 2.0 this year, but next year it's going to be Mia 3.0. And that Mia is changed. What happened? What did you say?
Who do you sound like?
Who do I sound like?
Yeah, ask them. Ask them. Ask them. Who do you sound like?
Who do I sound like? Somebody tell me.
He's not.
Who?
Sorry, I couldn't help it. Y'all asked for that.
You sound like me. That's the shit I be saying on the
That's
show.
what you're saying? But that's realistically what it is. You fall in love many different times, and you fall in love if you're in a long-term relationship, you fall in love with many different versions of the same person. And that's where that butterfly stage happens. Other than that, I mean, the infatuation in love stage that happens in the beginning of a relationship, that is not sustainable. There's so much oxytocin, so many hormones that hit you. You're in such a blissful state that you can't even function. I wouldn't want to be in that state all the time. Can you imagine if you were always at a 10 all the time? Then a 10 wouldn't feel like a 10. A 10 only feels like a 10 because you've hit 1.
So we got Captain. You made some very valid points. Captain said you expect your partner to do things as you do.
Yes, and once again, that goes back to, which I didn't talk about, that goes back to the to the love languages. Because you expect your partner to love the way you do, but realistically, you need to love your partner the way they want to be loved, or they need to be loved.
Correct. So I'll add on to that, because we're doing marital counseling, and that's one of the things that we did read is the 5 love languages.
Yeah,
But
you sure? Yes, that's good. By the way, I just want to say that $20,000 in marriage counseling, that shit is crazy. But okay, yes, I'm gonna mute myself.
Another unrealistic expectation is you expect your partner to always take your side. Y'all both on mute, so y'all both saying stuff, but nobody's talking.
Sorry, absolutely. You have to back me up in public and correct me in private. I said it.
We got our
So let me get this straight, Mia. Let me talk to you, because you know how I cannot say much right now. We're still on YouTube.
Okay.
But you know how I move. You telling me you go take my back the whole time in public, and then when we private?
In public, let me tell you something. And Josh can attest to that. In public, if we throwing bros, that's what we're doing. I will not embarrass you in public. I will not check you in public. I might grab your leg and tell you you're talking shit. I might tap you a few times, like, yo, shut the fuck up. I might send you a text.
But we graduate from scuffles and throwing stone.
We'll first stones behind closed doors. Josh will tell you about
but I said is when it jump off is now or never. You check
when we jump off, we jump off. And quite frankly, if you're attacking my man, you're attacking me. That is a whole nother situation. But in private, I mean, I'll tell him, yo, you know you was wrong for that. You make the man through the stone behind me, and you was wrong. You was wrong. You should not answer back like that. But in public,
you make the man throw the stone, and you beat him for throwing the stone.
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. I don't care what Josh does. You will never catch me. If we like in an altercation with somebody, and once again, we're not in an altercation, but if there's a situation happening, you will never catch me checking Josh in front of somebody outside. That is between us in the house. And quite frankly, depending on how bad it is, my parents live 5 minutes away. I'll say, Giovanni, get your brothers, go to your grandparents' house. I'll drop the kids, and me and him will battle it out at the house.
First of all, if you check me in front of people, you might as well just go. You belong to them.
No, I don't do that. That's something
So
that
if you check me, you belong to them. You are theirs.
That's something
That is-
I
that
don't
is
do,
your
and I
thing.
would not expect him to do that, because if he does that, then that is going to be a problem. Then I have to then I have to show you my masculine side, which is not a good masculine side. I just pull shit out and
Captain, for the record, I don't give a fuck who's Diesel or not. I'll check any fucking body. And I just got serious for a second, but nah, ain't nobody worried about nobody Diesel and this or that or nothing.
Yeah,
we live in a real world. Everybody can get checked out.
As far as I'm concerned, me and you are supposed to be one, which means that when we are in front of people, we are a united front.
Agree.
That's it. When we're in front of the kids, and I mean, even in front of the kids, sometimes, mothers just try to take the trend side and shit like that. But for the most part, in public, let me tell you something. If you fuck with Josh, it's going to be a problem. That's fucking it.
I got another
And then
one.
behind closed doors, I say, Josh, you know damn well you wasn't supposed to tell the person that.
Captain said, yeah, Captain, let me know when I'm wrong about
Right, babe?
that. I'll wait on that one.
You say he should. I do have your back, right, honey?
I got another one
Said
for
me
you.
I have his back.
These are for those people that believe this, but I don't believe it. You expect them to have no friends of the opposite sex or whatever sex they're attracted to.
What happened? Repeat that again. I just asked all you to repeat.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that is Sylvia and I had that discussion. So I told her I was trying to figure out what to tease for tonight, and that was the one I wanted to tease. Was exactly what. Literally, it was weird because I looked. I was like, did I text that?
Okay, hang
You
on.
almost sound like you read it exactly the way I said it.
I'll repeat it
What
again.
is the question?
You
or
expect
statement?
them to have no friends of the opposite sex or whatever sex they're attractive to.
All right, so let's have that conversation. So you're saying, are you allowed to have Josh clapping? Are you saying? So you're saying that your spouse should have friends of the opposite sex? Is that what you're saying?
They're not.
Oh, we're saying it's not wrong if they do.
Well, okay, so this is what I think. My husband is not allowed to have friends of the opposite sex. That's it.
Oh Lord!
Absolutely. Like you want to do that one more time, the oh Lord?
Oh Lord!
Okay, so now I'll tell you why. I will tell you why. Number one, because I'm not screwed too tight.
You're gonna put the alcohol down.
No, you have
I
a
put the alcohol
screws.
down. Listen, number one, I ain't screwed tight. I'm
Yeah,
not screwed too tight. And I know that he knew that going into my situation. Okay, so that's the first thing. See, that's why you have to tell people about yourself early on. Number two, it is very easy for somebody to transition from a friendship to an emotional affair. And this is the thing. People assume, and okay, so let's talk about affairs. There are 6 different types of affairs. Actually, I'm a data person. There are 6 different types of affairs. And affairs can range anywhere from having inappropriate conversations to people, there's also micro cheating, which is liking people's shit on Instagram. My husband doesn't agree with that statement, but that is what I think. This is what I think. I think that when you have...
Tighten the screw, because you saw you about to go crazy right now.
What happened?
You look like you're about to go crazy. Like you twitch.
No, I am not.
Tighten the screw.
This is what I think. I think that when you are in the type of relationship I am in, there is no reason why you need to have a supposed platonic situation else fucking where. You need a wig, I will put on a wig and I will become Becky if you need me to. But what we won't be doing is you won't be having no extra fucking conversations that are intimate with the next bitch on some next shit. That's what we're not gonna do. Because when you start, when you start sharing shit, which there is always that gray line where you don't know where you share shit and it transitions to an emotional situation, that's going to affect my situation, and then I'm going to have to hit somebody with my car. So, to avoid your friend from getting hit with the fucking car, let's just leave it as it is, and you can go ahead and talk to Muppet the Puppet, and we can be cool with that.
Wait, the car? You're going to Muppet the Puppet.
Listen, let me tell you something. Listen, I am very territorial, but once again, I know myself. I don't know about other people. I know myself. I'm the queen of pop-ups. Josh should tell you, Josh, do I pop up? I pop the fuck up. So to avoid any issue, let's not.
No, did he just answer like yes, bro?
He did.
No, is he trained?
No, he just. This is the thing.
Like, did you throw him a snack? Did you throw him like
right
a little?
There. He's right there. He'll tell you. I pop the fuck up. I pop up, and that's it. And when I pop up, you never know what you're gonna get. It's gonna be like one of those damn chocolate bars where you don't know what the fuck is in that bitch. So, any situation, let's just, this is where what we have agreed to do with our relationship. We agree that we have couple friends, meaning that if you're not for our relationship, then you're not for us. And if you are his platonic friend, and guess what, bitch? You my platonic friend too. Period.
I got another one.
Period. Amani, you looking like Natasha. Shit.
I got another one.
What's the next one?
You expect your partner to spend all their free time with you?
No, I do not expect him to spend all his free time with me. That's gonna be too damn much.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Give me some room.
No, but
hold on, real quick. Yo, Lou.
Yes. Okay, I have to go.
Do you expect your significant other to spend all their time with you?
No, hell no. I don't
Hell fucking no.
I don't even want that.
Period.
Becky said no. Lou.
Hell
Lou said no.
fucking
Said,
I know.
no.
No,
Just
but
how Mia knows she's herself. I know myself. I don't like nobody around me like
Period.
that. Like there's
Facts.
only so much time I can give someone, even
Facts.
my significant other, even my family, even my dog.
So
I like peace.
The dog.
Okay.
I won't say Pretty Lucian expects for me to spend my free time with her all the time, but she definitely wants me to be around her majority of the time.
Well,
Why go silent?
I don't fucking want nobody around me. I like my space. I don't like the clingy. I don't like all of that. Give me
the next time I say hug your mother's come the whole fucking weekend.
Well, you guys gonna hug me back because I don't see you like that. So we could hug all day if you want.
I know, but I just gotta be clingy. I don't see you like that either. You're my sibling too.
Well, you're not my significant other, but as for my significant other, I don't like people up under me. I don't like friends.
I think that gets looked at a certain way, but I'm telling you guys, this is not even the topic, and this is a whole topic we can touch on next week. I'm not trying to cut it.
I'm back. I'm back.
No,
What I missed? What I missed?
Send the topic. Let's make sure we get to it.
Oh, I already
What
have
did I
it right
miss?
Who was
now.
this?
You missed nothing. Yo, Amani said, right? Hold on.
What Amani say?
This shit is moving quick. Hold on. Amani said, if I get married, we can honestly have separate rooms. I'm going to tell y'all, I have a friend who said that she wants to get married and buy houses next to each other. And you hang out when you feel like it. When you don't, you have your
No,
separate
I want to have my own. I want to have joint rooms because I like to cuddle. And when it's cold, I like to put my
but you
foot
can
down
cuddle
to
at
the
the
clothes
house. You can
and
go in the
shit.
house and cuddle when you feel like.
No, I cuddle all the time, and I have very, very specific.
Don't touch me,
rules
you're
in my
making me
bedroom.
hot.
No, listen, let me tell you something. Josh has to come to the bed with no clothes on all the time.
Yeah, but I also put the AC.
I'll sleep with clothes, but I'm still hot.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So he'll put the AC down. He does put the AC down, but he has to come to the bed. No, I wear clothes, but he has to come to the bed with no clothes.
Siobhan, he only comes to bed with no clothes so he can take the hard and put it between your butt cheeks and pull up.
But that's what I want.
Look, that thing there, you put it right in between.
Okay, so listen. So this is how I rule in our house. My clothes have to be daddy approved, and his clothes have to be non-existent. That's what the rule is.
All his underpants have to have a different.
He has to have no.
I'm confused. What just happened?
What happened?
Say that again. I'm confused.
What's happened?
What you said about your bedtime?
Oh, so my clothes have to be daddy approved, meaning that he doesn't want me to wear like long like leggings or anything like that. I need to have like easy access underwear and probably a t-shirt, but he needs to always be no clothes. If I come in the bed and he has clothes on, I don't care what time it is, I will wake him up to take off what he has on. Right then? Yep, no matter what it is. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm
glad these families that fight your mother every night.
If it's bad, you bad, be bad.
You hear him? If it's bad, you bad, be bad. You hear what he said?
That's what she says.
That is hilarious.
That is what it is.
Yo, tell Josh if he's not taking a shot, then he needs to whisper.
Josh, are you taking a shot or are you whispering? He said he's gonna whisper because he's not taking a shot.
All right, tell him keep it down.
What we gonna do?
I'm dead.
We're gonna do another shot. DJ Geronimo, you ready?
I had the bottle.
Alexa, again, what y'all want to hear? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Surprise us.
Are we talking about the monogamy conversation?
So calm.
Hey,
No?
Mr. No Filter,
What's that?
the lady asked a question.
We
Are we talking about the monogamy conversation? Because
we'd like to have that next. What would you like?
I have a point on that shit too.
I have points.
I think I have a point and a half on that one.
I only have one.
Well, then what we say? Let Jerome run. Jerome, what do you want to do? What get about 10? 10?
Say that again?
You want to do about 10, 15 minutes, right?
Woo! Babe.
How long you want to rock?
All the feeling. More soca again?
Yes.
Your call.
Yes. I want to
always soca.
All right, we're done.
And then we'll jump into this topic. And about halfway through the topic, I think we're going to say goodnight. We're going to get to After Dark. If you're on YouTube, we appreciate it.
Yes, so we can.
If you're not on YouTube, you need to go in. Hold on. If you're not on YouTube, you need to like and subscribe. But we do something called After Dark. So we're going to get to the nitty gritty and the bullshit after that. Right? Right.
We don't this music, so it's for entertainment purposes only.
And we do not gain from this financially in any way, shape, or form. Put your shots up.
All right.
Cheers, my No Filter family. Lou, smile for us, yo.
I got a lot to say.
Let's go.
And she bedroom window up, and you can't get in. And she bedroom window up, and you can't get in. And she kitchen window up, and you can't get in. Kicking she back though, kicking she back though, kicking she back though. Rock me, rock me, rock me, rock me. Kicking she back though, kicking she back though, kicking she back though. Rock me, rock me, rock me, rock me.
Biggie. This goes out to you. This goes out to you and you and you and you. This goes out to you. This goes out to you. This goes out to you and you and you. Your reign on the top was short like leprechauns as I crush so-called Willies, thugs, and rapadons. Get in that ass quick fast like Ramadan. It's that rap phenomenon, Don Dada. Fuck Papa, you got to call me Francis MH. White intake like toast, toe iron. Was told in shootouts, stay low and keep firing. Keep extra clips for extra shit. Who's next to flip on that cat with that grip on rap? The most shady, Frankie baby. Ain't no telling where I may be. May see me in DC at Howard Homecoming with my man Capone drumming fucking something. You should know my stilo. Went from 10 G's for blow to 30 G's a show to orgies with hoes I never seen before. So, Jesus, get off the notorious. Clean us before I squeeze and bust. If the beef between us, we can settle it with the chrome and metal shit. I make it hot like a kettle get. You're delicate, you better get who sent you. You still pedal shit. I got more rides than Great Adventure. Biggie.
Oh, you're gonna do it. Do it.
Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kicking the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kicking the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kicking the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't.
Come from bed stop, if they can see the two of they gon' die. Gotta keep the rat chick close by. Someone murdered, nobody seen, nobody heard it. Just another funeral service. We will get at you. Come through shining, they yap you. And broad daylight kidnap you. Let's get clapped through. Police stay on us like tattoos. Living's only grind cause we have to. Money is power. Sling powder. Fiends come through every hour. It's all about that dollar. And we no deal with cowards. Weak lamb get devoured by the lion in the concrete jungle. The strong standing rumble. The weak bold and crumble. It's the land of trouble. Brooklyn, home of the greatest rappers. Big comes first and the cream comes after. Now put your lighters up. Let's die. Put your lighters up. For green. Put your lighters up. Flatbush, keep putting your lighters up. Brownsville, put your lighters up. East New York, put your lighters up. Bushwick, keep everyone lighters up. No matter where you're from, fire up your lighter. You make me feel like you make me feel.
Kill a mission singer, make you want my emphasis spin run like a jam can't tire. Endless loving and it can't expire. How say that I never answer prayer?
You know, sir, you have the love in Baby, when the bright lights start to fade, fire up your lighter, float on with the waves. You make me feel like you make me feel you make me feel like me feel.
When you do, tell a mission singer, make you want my emphasis spin run like a jam can't tire. Endless loving and it can't expire. How say that I never answer prayer?
You know, sir, you have the loving for me body when you hold me. And if you call me, we come. Baby, me now let you go. Love is like a seed and you reap what you sow. Oh, baby, when the bright lights start to fade, fire up your lighter, float on with the waves. You make me feel like you make me feel where will we go? Where will we go? When the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road. Oh, maybe gonna start, pull up in a fast car, yeah. I know fast start, make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, you know I'm feeling you. So what now we do, yeah. Hey fancy, oh your heart state, now no vacancy. Last time see you on FaceTime, chatting up the place, bout in our relationship. Me I go put you on lockdown, I put your body on lockdown. You got me on lock now. You got my person on lock. Oh, if you love me, you should let me. You should let me. You should let me know. And if you don't know, better feel let me. Better feel let me. I better you let me go. Pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. Nobody deal with the bugger and talking. Me nothing know we are chilling in an apartment. Hope you don't mind me asking, where will we go? When the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road. Oh, maybe gonna start, pull up in a fast car, yeah. I know fast start, make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, you know I'm feeling you. So what now we do, yeah. Yeah, bad in a life, man. Yeah, blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. Oh, we no rise and boast. us. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings, that us for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast to the friends that take off the load. One time did sit down in a class and report that only said the road and me go on with the road. Third. Some man say them a ride about them a slip saddle, and I think to them a dolly but them a wiggle waggle. So if them want you bend down, y'all don't have them all. Y'all don't boggle. And when you buck them a road and them a bus muggle, just chat them with your friend, y'all and giggle. Cause you have the right, you know. Girl, you never goggle, but you forget goggle, so we can't tell him friend nothing. I him flop himself and that's a big something. Take on big heavy work and I know nothing. Check, say yourself, you need to wind up from something. Boy, to the meat and start dream about mutton. Don't get watery and I move like a glutton. Slurp past your neck and straight past your belly button, boy. What a something, boy. What a something. Some man say them a ride about yourself. I want to know why the eyes are the eye. So when you know you bend down, y'all don't let them go. Y'all don't goggle when you forget what them do. Everything I was having. Just work with them, y'all. It's not the way you walk, and it's not the way you talk, and it's not your beat up car. You definitely ain't no movie star, and it's not the clothes you wear, and it's not your nappy hair, and it's not your gangsta flex. Baby, it's all about the sex. Me just love off your boom walk, love the way you want me boom boom stuck. On the big booty, on the big stick. Till me turn to the when the boom flick. Love the long ding dong boom go. Love the way you walk, you make this girl stop. Climb up on the cabin of the big truck. Have me on the top even though you're broke. Love the long ding dong. 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 Yeah, oh my son, me no even understand now why your wife a boom war. You might have love me, but to me it's just a book star. Me just a cut and go through, fling make it on you. And if the glad them all, you go the luck star. Tired to hear all of my friend them a stress one. Why pick you when me can have the this man? Them so sure you know the this one. When I'm in the length of impress one, give me the boom walk. Love the way you want me boom boom stuff. One day big body, one day big stick. Tell me time to the when the boom stick. Love the long thing long boom. Love the way you walk, you make this girl stop. Climb up on the cabin and the big truck. Have me on the top, even though love the long thing.
Whoop dele, whoop dele, whoop dele. Now say, whoop dele, whoop dele. Whoop dele, whoop dele, whoop dele. Call the Uber. Call the Uber.
Oh yeah, big dog again too.
Taxi, motor, and the one, yeah. Whoop dele, whoop dele, whoop dele. Taxi, whoop dele, whoop dele. Whoop dele, whoop dele, whoop dele. Call the Uber. Call the Uber now. I am coming to ya. Coming to ya now. Call the Uber. Call the Uber now. I am coming to ya. Coming to ya now. Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber everywhere.
I like when it's plenty big. You like when I ride it slow. Never break. I know that you like it slow. Big deal, come my body good. Talk, come my body good. Back it up, come my body good. Never settle, come my body good. Make that gas rush to your veins. Send signals out to your brain. Come put that thing in your face. Sick a sip, tell me how it tastes. Are you ready for me? Booty bam bam bam, booty bam bam bam. Are you ready for me? Booty bam bam bam, booty bam bam bam. Are you ready for me? Booty bam bam bam, booty bam bam bam. Are you ready for me? Booty bam
It's a freeness when we jam. Good vibes spread across the land. Feel it in we veins. Release the energy. To know what it mean to it. Yeah, I don't know the history. Cause when they fight we don't, we just find our way. We not giving up, no. And it don't take too much for this line to form a session, yeah. Cause we just innovate when it comes to party, yeah. Yeah, the voice of Nelson and Shadow, Kitchener and Spoiler and Sparrow. Tidy band that I want to follow. You know we must celebrate.
Let me tell you something about you that you don't know about you. Hey yo, you play from the inside out, yeah. And nobody can tell me nothing about you. Just know me and take it that. Who's feeling better than we not taking that. Anytime now we up, if it must get still, we go speak up. And all who doubted way, we go them up today, yeah. We get on bad anywhere we go. Anywhere that we go, you know that we bad anywhere that we go. Anywhere that we go, we do it hard anywhere we go. Anywhere that we go, looking like stars anywhere we go. And we have to we are sing, we are RLT. We are sing for you. We are RLT. Yes, we are RLT. We are RLT. All kind of sing for you. We are RLT. Yes, we are RLT. Don't make them bother way. Can't make them bother way. Yeah, we got the power way. Yeah, we got the power way. Nobody can tell me nothing about you. Just know me and taking that. So you better than we. My family, we not taking that. Anytime that we link up, if it must get stink, we go stink up. And all the when we wait, we go them up today. Yeah, we get on bad anywhere we go. Anywhere that we go, you know that we bad anywhere that we go. Anywhere that we go, we do it hard anywhere we go. Anywhere that we go, looking like stars anywhere we go.
Baby's coming down.
Scrub down, darling.
Baby's coming down.
Scrub down, baby.
Baby's coming down.
Scrub down, darling.
She have her own ways. The kind with real energy. When she tumble in the place, oh gosh, she does look so sexy. I remember those days. We never had no machine. They used to juke your waist and get the good place. Baby's coming down, let me hold it. Give me the friction, girl, just scrub it down. I love scrub down. Scrub it down, I love scrub down. Say cock it back, let me hold it. Give me some friction, girl, just scrub it down. I love scrub down. Scrub it down, I love scrub down. Hold it. Man stand up like Lord, girl, wine on the joking ball and juke. Man stand up like Lord, girl, wine on the joking ball and juke. I love for you work it on me tonight. Just work it, baby. The way you're joking it up and down. Just joke it for me.
Had my first girlfriend, I didn't have no paper when she wanted ice cream from right down the bend. But don't fast forward later then. How much money you spend? This small Suzu hand way I get. She marking every cent. You see, I trust too much girl in life. You see, I make too much of a choice. You see, I try to do what is right. Never me again. All them girl is the worst. I horning first. Can't take it in reverse. I horning first. All them girl is the worst. I horning first. Can't take it in reverse. I horning like baba 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 baba.
Geronimo boy, use a fucking problem.
Yo, and this is random shit. Like I ain't even prepared.
This
But it's
guy.
That's
all
what I
good.
just tell people every time I play dominoes. I don't really know how to do this. You there, Captain? Say I was about to say, fuck the last topic.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo, if y'all want to, right? We can literally discuss this topic. We can drop it, boom, 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 and move on. I just don't think it's gonna go that way.
Well, what we could do is this. This is just a suggestion. We can let DJ Geronimo play it for a few more minutes, then go right into After Dark.
So that means question.
Nah, man. Put on the topic, man. Where's the next topic?
All right.
Let's
Next
go. Let's
topic.
go.
Hey,
Let's
you
go.
typing it? You type it. I'll read it.
I'm gonna get it right now.
Geronimo.
Yo.
I'm going to you first on this topic.
Oh boy.
It's two
Here we
pieces.
All right, I'm typing it in, but go ahead.
Are we meant to be monogamous?
No.
Wait. And is it wrong to have feelings of lust towards other people if you're in a happy, committed relationship?
I ready. I fucking ready for this conversation.
Wait. Before we do this, you know what we should do?
Right. Take a shot.
Take a shot.
Yeah, we should grease up the
Yeah,
fruit for that.
I'm ready.
There we go.
Yo, Lou, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I do recall your hair being longer when this show started. I'm having a hard time.
I told you it's hair time. Like,
Lou, what happened to your hair, pal?
I couldn't wait.
When you say hair,
What happened to
I
your
didn't
hair?
think you meant that.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Fast like that?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yo, A1, you got that cloudy?
I ain't doing that. I'm retired right now. Listen.
Copy that. I ain't mad at you.
I'm drinking my wine.
You fresh up your cup?
I drinking my wine. My bottle is done.
Drink your wine, darling. What kind of wine are you drinking?
Babe, what am I drinking? Oh, I'm drinking an Argentinian wine. That was
Yes, but
bottled
what
in
kind? I'm a
2017.
Pinot
I'm sorry.
Grigio.
I don't know what my palate is. Josh just picked my wine.
Merlot.
You see, that's why you have to let men be men.
Yes,
You see?
it sounds
Even
like
with things
Merlot.
like that.
It sounds like a Merlot at
It
about
is a Pinot
15%
Noir.
alcohol.
It's a Pinot Noir.
Okay.
It's at 15%.
It's a some shit that
Cheers.
has me tipsy as fuck. That's what it is.
All right. So the topic is up.
No, let's take the shot and then here we go.
Well, I'm doing a juice shot right now because
Hang on.
That works for me.
That's
That's not juice though. That's iced tea.
iced. Yes, iced
I
tea.
took my shot.
Shot.
And repeat it
Geronimo,
after,
Lou,
you know I just asked to repeat it.
Wait, we're going still again? There we go.
Yes.
Shot.
I accustomed to this.
I take my shot already.
I already did my damage ready for this bottle, so I'm good.
Listen, every Thursday night, I know what I'm getting into. Friday, Geronimo, what you say?
Friday we drunk
Every
Okay.
Friday.
all day.
I still got to be functionable for the show.
What show? You have a show on Friday?
This show.
You have a Friday morning show?
I have to still walk to my bed.
Pana, I don't get drunk until I wake up in the morning, you know.
Right.
Okay, so what is the next topic?
Next,
Siobhan, the next topic. Are we meant to be monogamous?
Or not?
Part one. And number two, is it wrong to have feelings of lust towards other people if you're in a happy, committed relationship?
So do you want my opinion or not?
By all means, let's go. We might not have to talk further after you handle this.
Okay, so first of all, this is what I think. I think that are we talking about monogamy today or monogamy yesterday?
Today.
We're talking about monogamy.
Okay, so when monogamy came about, monogamy was talking about having one partner for the rest of your life. You have one partner, that is the one partner you have for the rest of your life. Right now, we talk in terms of monogamy as monogamy in the moment. So, okay, I am monogamous with you.
What is the difference between the two?
Because right now, I don't think that we are necessarily monogamous because it's almost like we are in a relationship with someone. And yes, while we are in a relationship with someone, we are monogamous, but then we can go to the next person. Realistically, when monogamy came about, it was having one partner and only one partner for the rest of your life. That's not how it is, because you have one partner, then that relationship doesn't work. You move to a next partner, that relationship doesn't work. You move to that's not monogamy. So it depends on how you, in what your definition of a monogamy is.
Siobhan, what is your definition of monogamy?
My definition of monogamy, since I have had a few sex partners, is while we are in my very committed relationship.
Josh, I'm so sorry. I just had to tell Josh this real.
Josh, I'm sorry. Is that while you are with me, that you can have a pickled dick on a stick if you go put it somewhere else. That's what monogamy is to me.
Based on your definition, are we meant to be monogamous?
I think we are. I think we are meant to be. I think based on what my definition of monogamous is, not necessarily one partner for the rest of your life, but one partner while you're in a situation with them, I think we are. Now, if you are not emotionally...
Does that mean that so a couple who decides they want to have a threesome, does that mean that...
No, then that is the outlier. But I don't necessarily think that that's the norm, because when a lot of people get into relationships, they don't get into relationships thinking that, oh, we're going to do X, Y, Z. They get into relationships thinking that this is the person that I'm going to be intimate with. Now, intimacy is a whole nother topic. It could be sexual intimacy or it could be emotional intimacy. So what are we talking about here? Are we talking about monogamous?
We're talking about monogamy, not intimacy.
That is monogamy. Actually, intimacy is
Intimacy
where
is monogamy.
Is. Yes, it is.
You think it is?
I think it is. And the reason why is because when you are in an intimate situation with someone, it's you can't get intimate with everyone. You can have sex with everyone.
Exactly.
Have you met
but
men?
Having sex with everyone doesn't mean that's not the monogamous side of things.
It's two different definitions. So you can be
this is one of the reasons. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why. Okay, so back up a second. There's 6 different types of affairs. This is one of the reasons why women, for example,
I've had 7, but go ahead.
It's actually 6, but this is one of the reasons why, for example, when a woman finds out a man is cheating on her, it's easier for her to get over a man having sex with another woman than a man connecting emotionally with another woman.
Why? Tell me why.
Because the emotional side, that intimate side, is what they're considering more monogamous. No, don't get me wrong. I'll still hit you with my car if I find you fuck somebody else. But not everybody's qualified to date me.
I don't want to date a Sagittarius woman, but I love them.
Why not? We are wonderful people.
Like y'all are the homies. Like for real. Like
we have good sex. A lot of good sex.
That's
the same
weird,
sex you were talking about. The same sex you were talking about. Actually, I was just having sex like 2 seconds ago while you were playing.
Small brick. That's true, card.
Just keep playing that music.
Josh said keep playing the music. Am I saying too much?
Yeah, no. Josh gonna throw a shoe at you in a second.
Josh loves me. Right?
Josh, if you can hear me, don't worry.
Earlier, Neil said earlier that ain't nobody fucking with Josh's diesel ass, and I'm sitting here listening to her. Anyway,
what did Neil say?
Earlier, he said ain't nobody gonna fuck with Josh Diesel ass, and I was like, shit, nigga, I don't care who's Diesel, but I'm sitting here listening, and you're like.
I got Josh's back right now. I don't know.
Yeah, you do have. I got Josh's back. I just don't want to say it out loud because she's fucking everybody out tonight.
Now, on this subject, I'm ready to go toe to toe with whoever. I love the young lady right there. I love the young lady right there. But we have different views.
So, what's your view?
Hold on, Geronimo. I'd like you to take control of this topic. You handle this. You speak. You tell who to talk. This is your shit.
All right. So, well, this is my shit as far as my views on it. and I'm gonna say my views, and then we will conversate after, right? I do not think by nature we as humans are meant to be monogamous. And when I say monogamous, I mean a single partner for the rest of your life. This is how I consider monogamy to be. And I also don't consider being in a single relationship with somebody for whatever time to be natural for us as or what you consider to be monogamy either, because here's the thing: women are maternal, women are nurturers, women are made to breed babies and take care of family. Men, the closest thing that I could relate to what we're talking about right now is the pride of the lions. Okay, and no lion, the leader of the pack controls all the women in the pride, right? And now the thing about it is so here's the thing where some people don't take into consideration, right? I'm talking about we as people, as humans. But what we don't take into consideration is what society has made us, right? Society has created an environment where one man to one woman. Religion has also played a part in that. So whether you're religious or not, that plays a part in the way that you think. Oh, wait, darling, you mute. Don't mute yourself. Unmute yourself, please.
No, I said okay. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm waiting till you're done, and then I will talk. You see, I let you talk.
You have respect, and I like that. But yeah. But I just want to be able to. I just want to know that I can hear you. All right. So, as far as the nature of human beings, I do not think that we are monogamous as far as our nature, right? Now, granted, I'm in a very monogamous relationship, right? Which may make
better
no
be
sense.
she going and probably choke you.
No, she gonna choke me. She knew this coming in, but which may make no sense to some people listening. But the thing is that as people, we adapt to our environment. And we adapt to society. And society claims that this is the situation, one man to one woman, which is why it's imperative that people are very careful who they choose as their mate.
Agree.
You understand? Because, sweetheart, you are a female and you have no idea what it is to be a man and the thoughts that a man truly has, whether he's being honest with you or not. Right?
And that is true.
It's a primal instinct on
it
the man's
is.
part. Right. So, like I said, religion and society plays a major role in the way that people think. But primitively, humans were not made to be that way. Monogamy and this is why I don't like to drink when I'm talking about stuff like this. Monogamy.
You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. I'm following.
But monogamy and when it comes to when it comes to religion, like these things come in at a certain period in time. where
That
we
certainly
adapt.
comes in if you're into religion.
Yeah.
Okay, so
right.
I personally am not into religion, so
Okay.
we can
Right.
take religion out of the equation, at least for me.
Okay.
But anyway, go ahead, Geronimo.
All right. So, but yeah, that's my thing. Is that so? What it is that subconsciously we adapt to society,
Mm-hmm.
right? Especially as men,
Mm-hmm.
and because if we had our way, one, we would never leave our mother's house,
Mm-hmm.
and two, we would never settle down with one woman.
Right, but that's an ego thing, and that's being
no,
yes, that is
primitively.
an ego thing, and that also has to do with being emotionally immature. And this is the thing: certain men or men generally expect women to give them their entire essence, but I am not going to give you my entire essence without something in return. Now, if you can find the next, boho bitch down the road who's going to give it to you, then you can go do that, and that has nothing to do with me. But me personally, when I get into a situation with someone, I'm not getting into a situation with someone expecting them to go cheat or expecting them to go do something else. Now, do I think that in a relationship infidelity happens and blah, 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 blah? Yes, I do. I think in 95% of relationships, infidelity happens. But I will not go into a relationship with someone where the person expects that monogamy is not what it is, because I'm not going to end up giving, me as a woman, I'm not going to give you that deep inner core essence of me. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
I'm just not.
And
Because you're not going to be comfortable with me sleeping with Tom as well. You're not going to be comfortable with me having a relation with Tom. And I look at relationships as an ever living, ever breathing, evolving contract that is subject to change. So I look at the contract between my spouse or my mate and myself as a changing or living, breathing contract. So I am able to do any and everything that you are able to do. So you want to sleep with someone? I'm able to sleep with someone. Like, that's the way I look at it. However, if you're not comfortable with me sleeping with someone, then it needs to be a mirror.
All right. Taj, you want to say something? I see.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. This is your topic, brother.
All right. So to go with that, right? That ties in to today's society, right? Because here's the thing. If you're a person that doesn't believe in monogamy, this is not a I could do and you can't do. This is anybody could do whatever it is that they want to do.
Right. But that's a lifestyle choice. Because the problem becomes not when a monogamous the problem is when someone enters a situation and they pretend to be monogamous and they're not. And then they lead with a lie versus, that's where the issue is. Because the reason why, for example, women get upset is because they think they're in a monogamous situation and the person goes and messes around. When realistically, if the person said what they wanted to do from the very beginning, then that might be a whole totally different conversation.
So let me add on real quick. I think that, so I can only speak around the men I'm around, for example. We're very direct when it comes to our women. It's whether you listen or not to what he's telling you what he wants in the relationship. Because a woman can want a relationship and say, we want to be monogamous, but the guy can be like, I just want to chill and have a good time.
Right.
But in her mind, he's spending quality time with her. So she's classifying him as somebody that you want to be monogamous with, versus the fact that he's saying, yo, when I'm with you, it's all about you. When I'm not with you, I'm doing me.
Right.
So I feel like people choose to listen to what they want to listen to.
Okay. So Geronimo, I guess has something. Okay, go ahead. Let me.
Yeah.
So,
I'm going. So you guys are talking about society standards, and I'm talking about people's primal instinct.
Okay.
All right. Because look at statistics. You're a woman that you look at statistics, you look at numbers, correct. Obviously, you're very educated. more men, maybe, well, I don't know about statistics for today, but look back, more men cheat more than anything else. Whether who's better or not, that's not the conversation.
Actually, men and women cheat equally.
think so?
Statistics. Men get caught more because, I mean, you know, they may not know how to cheat, but men and women cheat equally.
Now, being a woman and understanding your nature as a woman, do you think it's natural for you?
I think that in order to get me in the space that is necessary for you, I need to know that we're in a monogamous situation now. Not to say that if you cheat, I won't forgive you, but I'm not leading with that.
Okay.
Make sense?
I understand what you're saying.
You understand what I'm
maybe
saying?
I didn't
my husband
propose
also
the
has something
question
to say
to
too,
you.
but I just want to make sure I'm understanding what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I may not have proposed the question to you properly.
Okay.
Take the man out of the equation.
All right.
You as a woman looking for a mate, you are expecting to find a mate that is willing to be in a monogamous relationship with you. Correct or not?
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
There's two reasons for that. One of the reasons are, by today's standards, these are the expectations of women. Now, I don't know anything about your parents.
What's the other reason?
Hold on, I'm getting to that. Hold on.
Mhm.
I don't know about your parents, but a lot of it has to do with the way that you were brought up and the way that
No,
you understand things.
that's not what my reasoning is for that.
That's you individually.
Correct.
Right.
And I can only speak from that point of view.
Right.
But anyway,
Understood.
go ahead.
Right. And then the other aspect of it is, by nature, like I said in the beginning of what I was saying, you as women, by nature, you are nurturers. You are family oriented because you are made to produce children. You are made to breed. You are made to breed a household.
Okay.
Right. And like I
Right.
said, when you look, and the only thing that there's many others, but the only thing that I could think of is the Pride of Lions. Whereas there is one alpha male that rules the pride, but he has control over all the females in the pride.
That's not going to work for me.
It's not going to work for you, but I'm just talking
me.
about primal instinct, right?
Right.
So
But we're not
we're
lions.
not lions. No, we're not. But we are human, right?
Correct.
And if you pay attention, if you you're an educated woman, if you study history, if you study men and you study females, you will see that it is very similar.
Right, but I can also talk about the Cicero parrot, and I can also talk about penguins, and those also pick mates, and they have one mate for life.
Forever, yes.
Forever. So my thing is,
we are
that
not
it's
them.
An egotistical situation versus but again, once again, that's me, and this is why not every man can date me. Oh, hang on. Yes, you can, baby. Sorry.
Okay.
I talking a lot, you know. Hang on a second.
okay.
Hang on. I go and transfer the thing over.
Yes.
Hey guys, how's everybody?
All right, man. Nice to finally see you, man.
Can I start off with a joke?
Absolutely.
Yo, Josh, what's going on, brother?
What's up, brother? How are you, fam? I love you.
Peace.
Man.
We need to get together soon, man.
We do. So men fall in love with what they see, and that's why women wear makeup and get their nails done and eyebrows and such. Women fall in love with what they hear, and that's why men lie. Anyway, that's the joke. So anyway,
is that a joke, or is that sounds?
There's a little bit of truth to it. There's a lot
of truth to that.
Men fall in love with what we see. That's why women want to look pretty, and women fall in love with what they hear, and that's why sometimes men lie. Anyway, it's a joke, but there's a little bit of truth, which is what makes it funny.
Yep.
I think that for survival of the species, when you think about humans and get rid of societal context and all that, just survival of the species. If there was no rule of law, there was no religion, it was just primitive man walking the earth, cavemen, ice age just, went away, global warming began, right? And now we're coming out of our caves and we're able to become hunter gatherers and farmers. So now we're, running around, banging up these chicks because one, our hormones are raging, right? Testosterone is a hell of a thing. And when you look at when a young man enters puberty, I think we're keeping kids in the house longer than we were meant to keep kids in the home. And that started because, with industrialism, we need to educate kids and the future work population. So when you go back through history, now we have hunter-gatherer, young men coming into hormones are raging, testosterone. When you look at like a kid hitting puberty, 18, 19, 20 years old, their test is, 1,200, 1,300. You look at a 35-year-old man, their test is 700, 800, and then it tapers off. So what does that do to the human? Well, when you're younger, obviously you have more vigor, you're running around, you're experiencing things, and your hormones are raging. As you get older, I think monogamy becomes important. I think it became a focal point of societal standards because as that test tapers off, as your body starts to change, there comes a different focal point. The original focal point is hunting, gathering, surviving, fighting, being the strongest, best version of yourself, and just banging bitches, right? And then you get old. Well, think about
Josh,
it. Yeah.
Do you believe in monogamy, my nigga?
I'm getting there. At a certain point in
No,
life,
I'm listening. I want to hear this.
At a certain point in life, our priorities shift. And our priorities shift to what's going to happen when my dick doesn't work? What's going to happen when I have cancer? What's going to happen if I have, a disastrous accident? I'm in a wheelchair. What's going to happen when I get old? Who am I going to die next to? And if all I've done throughout my life is bang bitches and do this here and this there, it's going to be very difficult to have a quality of life where now you really can't have meaningful relationships with your children because the women are too upset with one another. Right now you can't have a lover who cares about you so much that they're genuinely going to take care of you and be by your side throughout. We die before women, right? Statistically, we die before women. And that's why, insurances are the way they are, et cetera, et cetera. But the point I'm making is who's going to be there for you. And I think that society shifts. And now I do agree with being monogamy at this point in my life.
They call kids.
Yeah, at the same time,
kids don't necessarily do that.
Yeah, and you can't rely on that. A lot of times these kids put your ass in the
You
nursing
can't rely
home.
on the woman or the man you're with either.
Well, of course, you can't really rely on anybody. All I'm saying
I'm
is,
gonna jump in. I've been quiet, but what I'm gonna say this, right?
Yeah.
That if it's coming down to who's gonna take care of you, it all depends on what you put into place. If I decide to be financially stable, then I can put it into place financially to be taken care of at a certain age. Or I can put it into my significant other, or I can set it up with my kids.
Your age.
So I don't think it's about that.
Well, hold on, Mia. I think a lot of it is also cultural and what part of the world you grew up in. Like you look at certain, Muslim nations, they can have more than one wife, right? And they're okay with it. Some of these wives are okay with it. You look at the Mormons, for example. Some Mormons practice polygamy, and their wives are happy with that.
I'm not.
So I think it also boils down to geographically, culturally, to piggyback off what the other gentleman said, societal standards will come into play later on. But it really boils down to the individual, right? Like
what would a Caribbean woman that's not going to work?
There's certain polygamists that get along great, and they may have several women by their bedside when they're saying their last breath. Same thing with certain Muslims and things like that. And then from my perspective as an American, here in the U.S., society's kind of molded me. I'll admit it. It is what it is. Plus, I like to not get run over by cars. So I'm gonna co-sign on at this point in my life. At 36, I'm 35, about to be 36. At this point, I'm okay with the monogamy because I've seen what it is to be unfaithful, and I've seen what it is to have to deal with the drama and the headaches of multiple women and all that kind of stuff. So I'm okay with it at this point, but it's different for everybody. Not everybody will come to that conclusion.
Okay. We got. I'm sorry. I don't. Wait, hold on. Where my glasses at? I don't fucking have my glasses. Whoever Henry that person is, we're gonna let you talk. Just give me 1 second.
All right, Henry, what's going on? Thanks for coming back, brother.
I can see the truth from
Dominica strong inside here. And while we at it, let me just real quick say what's up to my cousin.
I want to make that statement in front of everybody.
Hold on, Siobhan, give me 1 second. Just want to give a shout out to Christine. We ain't seen her ass in a minute.
Hey guys.
So we're happy to see you.
Where are you at?
Also, everybody, give me Siobhan and Christine, give me 1 second. Lou and Jerome, if y'all are cool with it, let's wrap this up. Go to After Dark and continue, so we can say what we really want. So, for everybody who's listening through YouTube, we post the links on a regular basis. Jump in and come fuck with us on After Dark. Lou, do you have anything you'd like to say to the people?
I have a few things I want to say, actually. I wrote it down. Usually I go off the top of the head. So I just wanted to say that, one, there's 4 things. The views and opinions of the show is a representation of grown folks' business. So also keep in mind that expectations are preparations for failure. Protect yourself always. Do what works for you and your company. And per Miss Mia, this is only my opinion. That's all I got.
Lou, what happened to your hair?
We mean
like 4 times.
She got disclaimers.
Like
her name is not Lou, it's called Mystique. She
I
switches
feel like
up.
I'm dealing with like 4 different people with your hair, but it looks good.
Hold on, Siobhan, hold on. Yo, DJ Geronimo, what you got?
I just gotta say, for all of y'all that's in this chat that's in the Zoom right now, I love y'all, but I also love y'all that's looking on YouTube. If you're looking now, if you're looking later, it doesn't matter. We appreciate the hell out of all of y'all, right? But if you really wanted to get into the nitty gritty of this stuff, even if you just want to hear it and you don't want to speak, just come on into the Zoom, click the link, and hear what goes on when we shut you off. Trust me.
Facts. I want to say, Pat Henry, thanks for, because last week you wasn't a Henry, you was just Patrick. But I appreciate you coming in. Christine, I really thank you for coming back in. It's been a while since we've seen you. Mia and Josh, thank you very much for joining. I know we love each other, but it's good to get people who fuck around and support you. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody knows what the fuck we do, but we know what the fuck we do.
We know.
So I'm thankful for everybody who tuned in. I'm always thankful for the new people. The motherfuckers who are here on a regular basis, y'all, you mean the most. We end the show the same way every week. Anybody can piss on the floor. If you want to impress us, you got to shit on the ceiling. I'll see y'all motherfuckers next week. Go ahead, Geronimo. Whatever you want to do.